The stretch run is on to the USL's Western Conference, and in Colorado Springs, that means a playoff push for the Switchbacks FC. Just 8 games to go in the regular season. Tonight, step number 1 of those 8, taking on the Los Angeles Galaxy 2. Hello, everybody. Josh Howell alongside Roland Vargas. Roland, hard to believe we are down to less than 2 months in the regular season, but still a ton to play out. First things first, though, for the Switchbacks, trying to take care of business tonight against Los Dos.
A tough LA2 Galaxy team, and what a logjam in the Western Conference. A win for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC could push them all the way up to 4th. A loss could knock them out of playoff contention, so everything to play for here tonight at Weidner Field.
Right now, tied for 6th in the conference standings with 33 points. Steve Tritchew, his team, aware just how big this one is and how big these final 8 games are heading down the stretch.
Coach, just 8 games left. How important are these now for your playoff chances?
Yeah, very important. I mean, I've told the guys we have to win our games, and it's bottom line. You know, there's such an imbalance in the schedule that you know, there's teams that have games in hand on us. So, you know, we can end up after this weekend 6th, 8th, who knows where. You know, but we have to take care of ourselves, and the guys know they have to win games.
Galaxy 2 coming in tonight. What do you expect from them?
Good team. You know, they're very organized. I'm not sure you know, what team they're going to bring, but we have to come play our game, and that's what we've been preaching all week. It's going to be a high intensity game. We're going to press them high and hopefully keep going like we have been going.
Good luck tonight, Coach.
Thanks.
The Switchbacks trying to go 2 for 2 against Los Dos. The starting lineups and kickoff when we come back.
Are you up for 14,000 feet? How about 2,800 steps? Or maybe a day at a mountain zoo and ancient cliff dwellings? In Colorado Springs, Olympic-sized adventure is around every corner. Let us help you find your inner champion. Are you up for it?
Prepare yourself. Something exciting is coming. Something that'll give you 5 big reasons to rethink your travel plans. It's
5 new nonstop flights from Colorado Springs.
This summer, you can fly nonstop to San Francisco, San Diego, Washington, D.C., and starting this fall, Fort Myers and Tampa, too. When you add in our new flights, that's more than 35 daily shortcuts to happiness. Plus, parking is simple, check-in is easy, and you've got a short drive home.
Want to start flying happier from Colorado Springs? Look before you book at flycos.com.
All right, Switchbacks fans, let's get into some football or soccer, however you want to call it. We're taking a look at our forecast or Switchbacks cast here. Kickoff, we'll see those temperatures in the 70s. And then as we get through about halftime, still hanging on to the 70s after a nice warm day. The good news is we are mainly dry all the way through the end of the game. You'll probably see some of those showers and storms up over the mountain areas, but mostly on the pitch, we are staying dry. Go Switchbacks!
Sensational Friday night here in the shadow of Pikes Peak. Colorado Springs, Weidner Field, the site of this USL Western Conference showdown. The Switchbacks FC right now tied for 6th in the Western Conference standings, 33 points, playing host to the LA Galaxy 2. Well, the starting lineup tonight for Colorado Springs, and Kevon Frater, Master Cashier, Shane Malcolm up top, Roland, combining for 20 goals this season.
One of the hottest front threes in the entire USL. They'll be supported today by Eddie Prue coming in for Tae-Sung Kim. He's going to be in the middle of the midfield next to Ronnie Arqueta and Luke Vercoloni.
Steve Tritchew, playoffs in each of his first 2 seasons. Right now, his team positioned to make the postseason. Again, still some work to do, though, but right now, top 6 in the Western Conference standings. What a job he has done. Well, Los Dos, the LA Galaxy 2, boy, all kinds of in and out in terms of shuffling of the lineup this season. In goal, Eric Lopez, one of 4 keepers to see action. He'll get the start tonight, leads the team in minutes play in terms of goalies with just over 600.
And a ton of MLS talent. Ethan Zubak, Jack McBean up top. Those players know how to get the job done for head coach Mike Munoz of the Los Angeles Galaxy 2.
And of course, Mike Munoz taking over for Kurt Analfo, who went on to the MLS team, LA Galaxy 2. Certainly a change has been made there as of late, but Munoz did a nice job with this team. Well, our military family of the night, Staff Sergeant Carlos Segura, serving in the Army for 10 years, is a culinary specialist stationed at Fort Carson since January of 16. His wife, Yvette, of 9 years, and their two children, Danielle and Lexi, and we thank him for his service to our country. Well, the officiating crew tonight, as you can see, Masta Cashier, one of the top players up top for the Switchbacks, 7 goals this season. His team in the road black, white numbers, and Los Dos road white with the dark numbers. We are ready to go. The Switchbacks attacking from right to left. Kavan Frater, leading goal scorer to get it started tonight. And the Tucanos ball the game, gets us underway here on just a perfect night here in mid-August.
Beautiful field conditions as well. The field here at Weidner Field was cut this morning, so perfect length, nothing too long. We saw that long field jump up and grab. Jordan Burt knocked the Switchback starting right back out of the game a few weeks back, but the field is in absolutely perfect conditions here, as you said, Josh.
Moise Poiti in goal for the Switchbacks, 1,800 minutes played, 69 this season in terms of saves, one of the tops in the USL, and what a luxury it is to have number 1 in goal. He's been sensational. This 2-game stretch at home prior to their road trip of 2 on the road where they went 1-1. Poiti allowed just 2 goals as his team was +4, picking up a valuable 6 points in that 2-game stretch here just a few weeks back.
And he saved a couple of penalty kicks as well. Moise Poiti's been in great form. Definitely the Switchbacks number 1.
So the Switchbacks attacking here in the opening minutes of this one. 2nd minute of play, and Los Dos will have possession. This Los Angeles Galaxy 2 team, well, their first 3 years in the league, they were tremendous. Semifinals all the way to the USL championship game, and then they reached the playoffs again last year. Barring a miracle, it looks like that run is going to come to an end here in 2017.
They've got a real job on their hands to make the playoffs in the USL. Also the MLS team as well. They're fighting for their lives. They have the weekend off. That's why we see some of these names on show here at Weidner Field.
So the officiating crew tonight, Katja Koroleva, Chris Greer, and Jason Hampton. And there's a save on the opening attempt there by the Switchback and Oscar Arias Arribas.
It's a good shot there from Eddie Prue. Ball fell nicely to him. It was good play by Luke Fercoloni to work that ball back to Eddie Prue. Eddie Prue with the snapshot, but easily saved by Lopez.
So Ronnie Argueta and company trying to rebound after a tough loss on the road to the number 1 team in the Western Conference, Real Monarchs Salt Lake City. They fell 2-0 6 days ago. But that was on the heels of an impressive performance in Orange County where they put up 4 goals. And Roland, that wrapped up a 3-game stretch where they were unbelievable, outscoring their opponents 10-2. They didn't get the win at Salt Lake, but this is a team still playing perhaps their best soccer in terms of a stretch run right now, as they have all season long.
I think you're absolutely right. They had a difficult stretch there, 3 games in 7 days before they went in. And that was a tough trip to Salt Lake. We know just how good the Monarchs have been, so no points in that game, but I did think the Switchbacks played well. They're going to look to continue that here today. As you said, that 4-0 victory in Orange County, one of their most impressive away performances of the season.
Los Dos sends it down, and on the back end, that's Josh Phillips, leads the team in minutes played, over 2,100, and an anchor on that back line. Phillips sends it up near midfield, and this Los Angeles Galaxy 2 team 5-12-4, but certainly don't let that record be an indicator just the kind of talent they have on this team. A good look at Steve Tritchu is the LA Galaxy, the MLS team. They've been dinged up, so a lot of these players have been up throughout the better part of the 2017 MLS season.
They're an organization, they really like to rotate bleed their young players here in the USL, and we've seen that this season. It's been, as we said, an up and down season for the USL team and the MLS team as well, but that takes nothing away from just the amount of talent that's on show here at Weidner Field from this Los Dos team.
Good look at Hugo Arellano. And Ronnie Argueta and company will play it here at midfield. Here's Josh Suggs dropping it back to Phillips, plays it up. And Kevon Frater on the move near the end line, gets through. And Los Dos will possess.
It's a good idea by the Switchbacks, trying to spring that speed of Kevon Frater in behind. Just a little bit heavy on that pass forward from Josh Phillips, but that's a good idea for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC to try to get in early behind this Los Dos defense, try to stretch them out a little bit.
In goal, Eric Lopez for Los Dos. Leads the team in saves with 30. He's given up 20 goals his last outing 4 games ago against Tulsa, where the Los Dos ended up in a 2-2 draw with the Roughnecks. Phillips off the left foot. Here we go for LA. Galaxy 2. Quarter of the 18, ricochets, and a good save there by Puati. As that ball took a big hop towards the crossbar.
It was Ethan Zubak who found himself in a little bit of space behind the defense. Josh Suggs did well covering across. As you said, that ball was deflected. Just took the sting out of Zubak's shot here by Josh Phillips coming across, getting his heel on that one. Could have looped nastily over Moise Puati, but he moved his feet well, caught that ball easily. Good save for the Switchbacks, number 1.
And a good feed up. Suggs on the run, and it's challenged on the back end defensively is Nathan Smith, but a corner kick coming for the Switchbacks. Their first of the night comes in the 6th minute of play.
The first Wells Fargo corner kick. Masta Kasher is going to come across, whip this ball in with his right foot. Both center backs of the Switchbacks as usual coming forward. Josh Phillips, Jan McFarland, a lot of height in the box for the Switchbacks FC. Also Eddie Prue as well.
Trying to break a scoreless deadlock here in the opening minutes. Header ricocheted up, and it's cleared out by Los Dos. Masta Kasher sends it in, spins in front of the goal, and that will be Colorado Springs possession. So another corner opportunity coming up here for the Switchbacks.
What a leap that was by Josh Phillips at the back post. Magnificent from Phillips. Let's just look at the way he gets off the ground here. It's a 2-foot vertical there. He wins that ball, tries to play it across, and eventually the Switchbacks do win their second Wells Fargo corner kick. Masta Kasher once again going to whip this ball in from the near side.
Off the right foot, backside of the post, headed up. And again, another 50-50 ball. We've talked about that throughout this season. In the air, Josh Phillips is good as any in a USL.
He's got a tremendous knack for getting on the end of those. Masta Kasher back-to-back, great corner kicks in there by the young Canadian. Good play from the Switchbacks to put Los Dos under a little bit of pressure early here at Weidner Field.
Vance Nike Soccer, proud partner to the USL. Check them out at nikesoccer.com. Eric Lopez to send it out for the Galaxy 2. In pursuit, Luke Vercaloni. Good to see the former captain getting the start tonight for the Switchbacks and starting this season from the bench, but Luke continues to have a greater and greater role as this season rolls on.
Made the USL Team of the Week primarily because of that fantastic performance in Orange County against Orange County SC. Well deserved for Luke Vercaloni. He's been great. He's been deployed just a little bit in front of the holding 2, which is Eddie Prue tonight, next to the captain Ronnie Argueta. Luke Vercaloni doing his best to support Kevon Frater. He's been a real nuisance for defenses the last couple of weeks for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. As you said, great to see Luke Vercaloni back in the starting lineup and really taking that opportunity and making other teams pay.
Mendiola battling at midfield for the Galaxy 2, and it's Jaime Villarreal able to come out of there for G2. Argueta, Masta Kasher, and Switchbacks will chip it up. Vercaloni, and he was offside.
Just offside there. Luke Vercaloni. Was nice interplay from Ronnie Argueta and Masta Kasher in the middle of the field. Kasher just drifting in a little bit from his wide left position, just unable to find Luke Vercaloni going over the top.
The Los Dos will set it up at the back end. Across the back, Arellano, Diallo, Perez, and Smith. anchoring that back four for Mike Munoz. These two teams last played on June the 10th. The Switchbacks winning that one 2-1. Kevon Frater, a pair of goals of the victory, and try to strike first. Cashier, what a save by Lopez.
Really strong save by Lopez down to his left. Masta Cashier drifted in beautifully there. We just talked about that. He's finding himself a lot of space on the inside. Wonderfully found ball, perfectly weighted into Masta Cashier. Whips it with his left foot, trying to find that far corner. That's a strong early save from Lopez. Great ball in there from Josh Suggs. Just threads the needle. Cashier takes it onto his left foot, but Lopez down quickly. Strong hand to keep that one out of his net.
Phillips plays it through the end line, so Los Dos controls, but what an opportunity here and the early going for the Switchbacks.
And that's exactly what the Switchbacks want to do. They want to see Josh Suggs on the left wing, Connor Bevins on the right wing, getting as far forward as they possibly can, putting Los Dos under pressure and keeping their midfielders honest and making sure they defend.
Well, and something we touched on just a few minutes ago, the stretch that the Switchbacks were on, that 3-game unbeaten streak, outscoring their opponents 10-2. But take a look at the last match against Real Monarchs Salt Lake City. They lost 2-0, but both goals given up early on in that one. Outside of that, they have been outstanding.
They have, and I thought they actually played pretty well in Salt Lake against the Monarchs in Sandy, Utah. But unfortunately, obviously, they didn't get that result. 2 unfortunate goals went against them. But the Switchbacks, they've talked about continuing this home momentum with Shane Malcolm on the right-hand side here.
Malcolm works it in, trying to cross it over. And now the low shot ricocheted wide of the post near side, taken by Kevon Frater.
It was a really good block by Hugo Arellano, came flying out there at the feet of Kevon Frater. That ball could have gone anywhere off the ricochet off Arellano, but luckily for Los Dos, it went wide of the net. We're going to see our first accelerated Wealth corner kick. Josh Suggs going to come across, whip this ball in with his left foot. Both Switchback center backs once again forward for this corner kick.
Now Los Dos has given up a lot of goals this season. They're minus 24 goal differential. The Switchbacks trying to go up one here in the early going. Suggs bends it in with the left foot and cleared out by Los Angeles.
He was looking for the head of Josh Phillips once again, but the Switchbacks can keep this ball in and recycle it through Connor Bevins.
Top of the 18, Vercaloni gets by him, and now Galaxy 2 looking to run midfield. And Argueta positioned well for the takeaway.
The Galaxy 2 had a break on there. Ethan Zubak was storming down the far side of the field. He had acres of space, but luckily for the Switchbacks, that ball was well cut out in midfield before it could get to Zubak.
Moise Poiti, the all-everything goalkeeper for the Switchbacks, getting the start again here tonight. On the back end, it's Phillips to Suggs, and Cashier at midfield. A patient Switchbacks team here in the early going. And a good ball to the other side. Connor Bevins getting the start tonight. Fans, don't forget to tune into the USL's weekly show on Sirius XM FC Channel 85 Monday night, 7 o'clock Mountain Time. The latest news and information from around the league. Don't forget also to check out the Sirius XM FC USL Game of the Week. Check USLsoccer.com for dates and time. Shane Malcolm.
It was a good run down the far side by Shane Malcolm. Luckily for Los Dos, that ball just bounced back against the winger for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC, so a goal kick it is for Lopez. The Switchbacks have done well. Los Angeles Galaxy, they've been really kept to that one chance that Josh Phillips blocked on its way through to Poati from Ethan Zubak. So far, it's been the Switchbacks really bossing this game inside the first quarter of an hour here at Weidner Field.
Ball hangs just across midfield. Good challenge by Bevins. Here's Malcolm now. Chips it up far side. Frater not able to connect.
We've got to talk about the job that Connor Bevins has done coming in for Jordan Burt. Jordan Burt, you and I talked about it. You made the great point on the broadcast last time we were at Weidner Field. Jordan Burt was having an MVP caliber season for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC, but Connor Bevins coming into that right back position, he slotted in brilliantly. He's been playing 90 minutes for the Switchbacks in all their games recently for the injured Burt. Bevins has really been doing a great job. Fans, you can catch up with Bevins on the Back Chat Show. You can follow them on Twitter at Back Chat Show. They interviewed Connor Bevins this week, so please make sure you listen to that. But Connor Bevins has just been absolutely fantastic for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. They really haven't lost that attacking intent down the right wing that they had with Jordan Burt.
Well, it speaks to the depth that Steve Tritchie, Wolde Harris and company have been able to build here in year number 3. You have one of your mainline players go down, and there's no drop-off. It's next man up. And for Connor Bevins, this is his opportunity. And speaking of opportunities, the Switchbacks able to get in deep once again. It's the former captain, Luke Vercoloni.
We saw him do that last time we were here at Weidner Field. Luke Vercoloni is so dangerous with that turn. He takes it. He takes the goalkeeper completely by surprise. Lopez is able to reach back with his left hand. Look how quick Luke Vercoloni turns that. And Lopez is just able to push that ball over the corner with his left hand. That's a strong save by Lopez as we see Josh Suggs coming across to take this accelerated Wealth corner kick for the Switchbacks.
So the 4th corner kick of the night for Colorado Springs, 2nd accelerated Wealth corner kick. And Suggs with that left foot, back post headed up by Phillips, and now cleared out by the Galaxy 2.
Probably wouldn't be a bad idea for the Galaxy 2 to maybe put a couple guys on Josh Phillips. He's been wreaking havoc inside the box so far. Just look at Phillips. He's not even in your screen. Comes out of nowhere. Magnificent jump. Easily out jumps the defender there, Payeras. Fantastic play by Josh Phillips. Just wasn't able to keep his header on goal. As we see LA Galaxy 2 head coach there, Mike Munoz, giving his defenders some instruction, telling them to push up as far as they can, because the Galaxy 2 really are under a lot of pressure here early on at Weidner Field.
Quaddy able to sweep it out with the left foot. Frater giving chase at the far side. Kavan runs it down. Switchbacks look at a strike here. And the 16th minute of play. Malcolm dropping it back for Bevins. Here we go to Malcolm, working in that corner against Ariano. And it's going to be Switchback ball. So you look at the way the game is played out in terms of how much time each team has spent and the other team's in. And I'll tell you what, right now, total domination for the Switchbacks. They have controlled. We'll see if they can cash in with a goal. And that skips through on the header.
It's a good flick on by Shane Malcolm at the near post. Unfortunately for him, there weren't any Switchbacks around back, but good covering there by Josh Suggs just to stop that attack for Los Dos.
And Sion McFarland able to retreat for Colorado Springs, and boy, good effort play on the part.
We're going to see a card here for sure. That was a nasty late challenge there coming in on Sion McFarland.
Jack McBean.
It was Jack McBean, a little bit frustrated right in front of the referee's assistant, and the referee is going to give the yellow card to Jack McBean. That was a late foul. You can see Moise Puati asking the trainers to come over. That was a nasty one there. I hope Sion McFarland's okay. McBean comes out of nowhere, really gets him with his cleat there on the left foot of Sion McFarland, so hopefully McFarland's going to be all right. That was a nasty challenge from McBean.
Well, Jack McBean, prior to tonight, 90 minutes with this Los Dos 2 team, and it's a Hanson Hot Spring and Spa yellow card issued on a player that has seen some time at the MLS level here in 2017.
You see McBean and Sion McFarland laughing it off there. That's good to see. Sion McFarland obviously not too upset about that one. They're still having a chat about it here, McBean and McFarland, but McFarland's able to continue. That's good to see. Just a late challenge from McBean right in front of the assistant referee. It was the assistant referee who was flagging furiously. The referee came across, produced that yellow card.
Well, he's Plotty. And here's Josh Phillips across midfield, trying to connect with Kavan Frater and loses his footing. Made the turn, now Suggs trailing, and that's going the other way.
Going to call their foul on Josh Suggs. It was good pursuit by Josh Suggs on that overlap, doing his best to support Mash the Cashier down the left wing. Unfortunate for the Switchbacks there. You can see here, good turn by McFarland. Josh Suggs coming in. Defender gets himself goal side, well called by the referee.
Shane Malcolm now pushing far side. The former captain Luke Vercoloni sweeps it back, and here we go. It's Eddie Prue. Connor Bevins now controlling with the right foot. Luke to Prue. Plays it up on the right side. Here we go. Luke Vercoloni nearing the box and ricocheted out. That's going to be another accelerated Wealth corner kick. The third of the night for Colorado Springs.
You can see the combinations that the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC are making, little triangles, 3 players making a triangle every time a player's on the ball, really working it in behind the Los Dos defense. It's been a really strong offensive performance so far by the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. You've got to think this first goal is only a matter of moments away. It could come here. We've got to say through the head of Josh Phillips. He's been magnificent in the air so far here at Weidner Field. Josh Suggs, as always, to take this corner kick from the right-hand side. He's going to whip it in with his left foot, try to put it right on the head of number 2, Josh Phillips.
See Phillips standing just to the right of the goal box, trying to get loose. Suggs bends it in. Big ball all the way through, and Los Dos again able to come up with the stand.
Referee blew for a foul there. Referee saw something, saw some pushing and shoving. That ball, just a little bit too much air on it on the near side, harmlessly out. Lopez will restart this one with a free kick.
Fans, don't forget, for all the latest news, information, scores, highlights, go to uslsoccer.com or on Twitter, the Twitter handle at USL Soccer. Luke Vercolone coming off a fantastic performance on the road. Of course, game one of that 2-game road trip in Orange County really jump-started that team, and he went on to put up 4 goals for the 2nd consecutive game with a tough loss in Utah. And Moise Poiti, look out, a fantastic move, the cross, and it's over the crossbar, unbelievable. A golden chance for Jack McBean, and the Switchbacks escape trouble.
It was Ethan Zubak getting in behind on the right-hand side. Moise Poiti had to come out, try to close that angle. Ball fired across, looking for McBean. That ball just, I believe it bounced up off McBean's shin and over the goal for the Switchbacks, but that was the first time Los Dos have really put the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC under all kinds of pressure. Zubak with a great run, fired across, last-ditch challenge coming in there right at the feet of McBean, just putting the big striker off. It was Connor Bevins there doing the fantastic work just to put McBean off. We see the mustachioed McBean there. Great chance for Los Dos to snatch a goal here at Weidner Field, as we see Ethan Zubak just drifting a little bit offside. But that was a really good opportunity there, all made by the play of Ethan Zubak getting in behind, going right past Moise Poiti, cutting that ball across. Unlucky for Jack McBean.
And Ethan Zubak, 3 assists coming into tonight, nearly had his 4. So Colorado Springs feeling fortunate. Let's see if they can take advantage of that near make. Los Angeles Galaxy 2. 21st minute of play. Here's Eric Lopez, the keeper for Los Angeles.
And that's the danger for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC when they push Connor Bevins, Josh Suggs as far forward as they are, which is part of the Colorado Springs attack. We've been seeing it all season. They do leave themselves vulnerable to pace in behind, and Ethan Zubak certainly does have that speed to exploit the Switchbacks defense. Referee just going to call a foul here, bring a halt to play for a restart for Los Dos.
So Los Angeles, 5 wins coming in. Kevon Frater and company trying to keep it at that number. A win tonight by Colorado Springs. 3 points vault them into a tie for 4th place. Argueta to Frater. Kevon now towards the center. Here we go, the drop back. Argueta awaits. Switchback showing a lot of patience at midfield here tonight. Haven't forced much, really waiting for that open lane, and a big ball over to Suggs and a giveaway here. There's Cashier pressuring up top. Suggs and Argueta. Now Los Dos will try a midfield spot.
They've got to get players like number 19 who just had the ball. Villarreal more on the ball. Covarrubias, we know just how dangerous Covarrubias can be, but so far the Switchbacks overloading that midfield with the 3. Ronnie Argueta, Eddie Prue, and Luke Vercolone just kept Covarrubias and Villarreal off the ball so far here at Weidner Field.
Cashier dropping back to midfield, and a good ball down for Los Dos. McBean able to play it top of the 18, hesitates. The cross off the hop. Phillips able to clear it out for the moment. Big collision on the pitch, and 2 players down. And a Switchback still down to the ground. Covarrubias, one of those, and he's up. And
it's the captain, Ronnie Argueta. You can just see his legs being picked up there to signal he's got the wind knocked out of him. That was a nasty challenge. Referee was right on top of it. She blew her whistle early. Just going to give Ronnie Argueta some time to catch his breath here. You can see here Jack McBean doing a great job bringing this ball down. That's a nice touch. Sion McFarland, he's all over him. He's not letting McBean get anywhere. McBean finally has to cross this ball over to the far side. The Switchbacks are able to work this one out. And here you see Ronnie Argueta just getting blasted there. Referee right on top of it, just taking the wind out of Ronnie Argueta, but he's going to be okay.
So the captain is back on his feet, and we're back live here. 24th minute of play as Master Cashier, Kevon Frater and company at a scoreless match. And this is the first of 5 at home to wrap up the regular season. 8 in total, and look out, Lopez coming out of goal to make the stop.
Good goalkeeping there by Lopez. He both had to snatch that ball and keep it in play. That was a nice job. He came out a little bit late, but he certainly made up for it there, diving right at the feet. It's a good break forward once again down the left-hand side from Josh Suggs. Well done by Lopez to snuff out that chance.
Well, so many ways to follow the Switchbacks via social media. Facebook, one of those. Make sure you like the Switchbacks FC on Facebook. Chipped up, and Sion McFarland waits backside along with Josh Phillips. McBean was there, and Phillips able to send it back down. McBean, number 32, and number 51, Ethan Zubak, a handful tonight for the Switchback defense.
Definitely, we saw those 2 names on the team sheet pregame, and we knew the Switchbacks were going to have to be switched on defensively. Los Dos didn't start this game too well. It was the Switchbacks with all kinds of chances on the LA goal, but here in the 25th minute we go. Los Dos really are starting to get their chances, push their midfield forward, and Zubak and McBean really are starting to cause the Switchbacks all kinds of problems on the defensive end.
Malcolm able to chase it down far side, and Galaxy 2 some room to work at midfield. It's Mendiola, I should say. Near side, here we go. Zubak. And Suggs well positioned defensively. Getting the feeling that Galaxy 2 finding a little more comfort zone on that offensive end. And the long run over by Diallo. Bradley will play it off with the left foot, and Connor Bevins is right there. Big strike. Vercononi giving chase.
Now, as you said, Los Dos coming more into this game. The way to beat the press of the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC, we know how high they press. We know the kind of pressure they put teams under, is to use your speed players to get in behind the defense of the pressing team, and that's exactly what particularly Ethan Zubak has been able to do. Big number 51. He's been every single time Los Dos have the ball, Zubak has been making diagonal runs behind Sion McFarland, behind Josh Phillips, trying to stretch the Switchbacks defense, and that's been keeping the Switchbacks midfield players from being able to press too high up the field against Los Dos.
Farland playing it back to Moise Poiti. Got Phillips and Suggs here on the left side, back in. Pressuring, here comes Mendiola. Sion McFarland in front of him is Prue. Into the LAN. What a night, what a crowd tonight. Superhero night at Weidner Field. Fantastic turnout here on this Friday night. First week of school, but boy, kids are out in full force, as are the costumes. Going to be featuring those throughout the night. Here's Josh Phillips.
We've also got a good section of Galaxy fans, Galaxy 2 fans on the far side. I can see the flag of the California Republic over there hanging proudly, the north side of the stadium. So a lot of fans traveling from LA here to beautiful Colorado Springs to catch this one.
Here's Ethan Zubak, and taken away by Josh Suggs. A fine play on defense.
And a good idea by Josh Suggs to look over the top, trying to spring that speed of Kevon Frater. We know just how dangerous he's been and what kind of goal-scoring form he's been in as well. Kevon Frater, the young Jamaican, he's been fantastic for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC recently.
Shane Malcolm.
Good play.
Vercononi to his left. Malcolm drops it back. As Prue will hold. Here's Argueta now. Patience continuing to be shown by this Switchback offense. Master Cashier knifing it into Vercoloni, chips it out, and that's off the mark. Giveaway. McBean, look out in the open field. Jack McBean. McFarland closing in and able to cut off the run.
Switchbacks defense did a good job of isolating McBean there, pushing him to the outside. It was Phillips and McFarland combining well from their center back position just to ease McBean off of that one. It was good play by Ethan Zubak initially to win that ball in and find McBean down the seam, but the Switchbacks did a good job of covering that time.
Well, to this point, been a well-played game.
Very well-played game. Sorry to cut you off. No, very well-played game. The Switchbacks really did have the lion's share of possession in the first 15 minutes. We were craning our heads to the left, watching the Switchbacks attack, but Los Dos really have come into it, started to get their midfielders involved. Covarrubias, Villarreal in the middle of the field, starting to get some more touches on the ball, and that speed of Ethan Zubak and Mendiola down the right wing really been a handful for the Switchbacks FC.
Here's Zubak off the feed from Smith, and Argueta on the takeaway. Covarrubias pressuring Argueta. Ronnie to Masta Cashier, triple teamed, and Ronnie chips it up with the left foot. Kevon Frater fighting for position of midfield, and a nice clear out with the right foot by Villarreal.
Switchbacks just struggling a little bit now to string a couple passes together inside the Los Dos half. Eddie Prue holding next to Ronnie Argueta. That's the heart of the Switchbacks midfield. You can see Luke Furcoloni doing his best to push up and support Kevon Frater every chance he gets. This ball should run through there to Sion McFarland. Well done there just to head that ball onto Moise Poiti. Good job there by Sion McFarland.
When you take a look at the lineup and the roster in terms of minutes played for the Los Angeles Galaxy 2, 38 players have seen time this year. And what a move by McBean. McBean, and a second chance turned away again by Moise Poiti. What a save!
Fantastic play from Moise Poiti. It was great skill from McBean to go through Sion McFarland initially, but McFarland recovered, put McBean under pressure, and it was Moise Poiti coming charging out, closing down that angle and making a double save. Fantastic play from the young Cameroonian there, Moise Poiti. Great goalkeeping.
Well, Jack McBean, an MLS caliber player on display. What a run.
Great trick there from McBean. McFarland recovers, puts McBean under a little bit of pressure, tries to close that angle, but it's Moise Poiti who comes flying out, and it's a great save as we see the corner coming in here from Los Dos.
And Poiti able to come out and secure, and looking for the run out. He'll hold up.
It was a good ball in from Villarreal from that corner kick. Moise Poiti able to gather at the second opportunity. But what a fantastic save there from Moise Poiti, bailing out his defenders. Just great play by the Switchbacks number one.
Moise able to drive it out with the left foot. There's Connor Bevins at midfield. Tell you, this game has turned in a hurry. Still both teams with opportunities, but as of late, it's Los Dos with more chances here in the Switchback end. Don't forget the next home match, September the 9th, Phoenix Rising FC. It's going to be the 5th poster giveaway of the season here at Weidner Field.
Will we see Didier Drogba? That's the question. I know Switchbacks fans are sick of hearing his name, but Didier Drogba, the Ivorian superstar for Phoenix Rising, so we may see him here at Weidner Field. So that's going to be a fantastic night. As you said, the 5th series of that poster giveaway here for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC's. Luke Furcoloni goes tumbling. Referee once again right on top of it, blowing for a foul in a very dangerous position here for the Switchbacks FC. Masta Cashier going to come across and take it. This is good play from Furcoloni to bring this ball down. Just feels that pressure from the defender, puts his body there, push into the hip. Furcoloni goes down, referee right on top of it. Masta Cashier going to whip this ball in just from the top of the box here with his right foot, looking for that far stick. Once again, Josh Phillips, Sion McFarland both forward. Eddie Prue as well. A lot of height in the box for the Switchbacks.
So Masta Cashier to take it. Spin on the strike, and it gets through the right side, far post, and somehow Lopez able to keep it out of the back of the net.
A tremendous save there from Lopez. Absolutely brilliant from Eric Lopez. He saw that ball late. He had to wait. Masta Cashier did exactly what he was supposed to do. He put that ball on goal. Lopez made a decision. There were bodies streaming in front of Lopez. Any one of them could have gotten a touch. Lopez saw this ball late, had to dive late, sticks out his left hand, makes a tremendous save to push that ball around the post as we see Josh Suggs whipping in this accelerated Wealth corner kick.
Hangs and takes a big hop. And that's going to be Los Dos ball. But what an opportunity there from Masta Cashier. And corner kick certainly heavily tilted towards Colorado Springs. A 5 corner kick advantage.
What a save that was from Eric Lopez. So difficult For the Galaxy starting goalkeeper tonight, Shane Malcolm lining up a shot, just going to drop that one off to Kevon Frater just inside the box, but he's muscled out of it. Galaxy 2 players coming across, but Shane Malcolm wins that ball back. The Switchbacks do have men over here on the far side.
Pure will for number 23 to win that ball. And stonewalled as he tries to work it into the box, and the Galaxy 2 on the far side. And no call at all as that ball through the end line.
It's going to be a foul there. You can see head coach Steve Tritchue there just talking to Shane Malcolm. Shane Malcolm to use one of his teammates, not try to beat too many players. Eddie Prue there called for the foul right in front of the Switchbacks bench.
Steve Tritchue knows just what kind of parity there is in this Western Conference. Talked about it in the pregame. His team is going to be at a dogfight the final 8 games of the season. Talked about Phoenix a moment ago. They're 3 points out of that final playoff spot. Right now sitting in 11th place. And not a lot of separation in terms of the pack. The playoff push here in the USL's Western Conference. Great crowd on hand here tonight. Just a gorgeous Friday night here. As the whistle blows, Jack McBean, Eddie Prue.
It's unfortunate there, 50-50 ball to be won. Eddie Prue going back, McBean turning into Eddie Prue there. Looks like Eddie Prue won the ball there, but the referee blowing for the foul just outside the Switchbacks box. Los Dos going to put some players at the back stick. Got some height there, especially with Payeras coming forward from the back. Diallo as well, so we'll see what Los Dos are able to do here.
McBean to the right and Jaime Villarreal to the left, number 19. Set up here for the free kick. Suggs number 5. Connor Bevins, you see the wall of 3 Switchback players, 4 Switchback players. And our referee tonight, Katja Koroleva. Jack McBean nearly had a goal early on of this opening half, but turned away by Moise Poitier. Another opportunity here. Let's see. Kevon Frater on that far end of the wall. McBean, big blast, and it hits the iron.
No save there from Moise Poitier, according to the referee. She's going to say that's a goal kick. Moise Poitier looks like he had that one covered. That ball was postage stamped going into the top corner there. Just clips the top of the crossbar as it goes flying over Moise Poitier's goal. It was a tremendous strike. I do think Moise Poitier had it covered, though. His hand was just inside that top corner. But McBean, as you said, fires that ball with his right foot on goal, takes the goalkeeper by surprise. No touch there from Poitier, just clips the top of the crossbar as it goes over the Switchbacks' #1 goal. Great chance for McBean. What a strike. Really took the Switchbacks by surprise going straight on goal with that one.
That ball scoots back to Lopez in a hurry. Don't forget, you can follow the Switchbacks on Instagram. Look for Switchbacks FC on Instagram. So Eric Lopez still the shutout intact. He and Moise Poitier going back and forth. Both keepers have had to step up in a big way here in the first half of play. Both teams with just golden opportunities, but still no score on the board. 37th minute of play. This is the second meeting between the two this season, the first since June the 10th. That one back in Los Angeles. The Switchbacks won that one 2-1. Kevon Frater, the hero. Superhero tonight. A couple of future superheroes and perhaps Switchbacks having a good time on a Friday night here at Weidner Field. Fans didn't like that call.
Just a gorgeous night here at Weidner Field. Tons of fans turning out. As you said, superhero night at Weidner Field. Fantastic crowd here and just a picture perfect evening. We've had a ton of rain in the Colorado Springs area over the past couple of weeks, but last couple days it's held away. Field is in perfect condition. Cut earlier today. Just perfect conditions for soccer here in Colorado Springs.
Played up by Prue. Take it away now. Los Dos on the move. And a ball up. Look out. This is Zubak. Phillips trying to cut off the angle. Zubak gets in deep. The cross. And Suggs clearing it out. Boy, he is so quick turning the corner. Ethan Zubak, and Josh Suggs doing what he has done all season long.
Zubak looked like he was running to the corner flag, just took one touch, took himself toward goal. That was a fantastic play by Zubak. He's got so much pace, plays that ball across, but great covering once again from Josh Suggs, able to clear that ball out for a throw-in for the Los Angeles Galaxy 2.
39th minute of play. They will play it in on the near side. It's Raul Mendiola and a player down there. It's our Penrose St. Francis nod to the dock, Hugo Arellano, assisted off the pitch.
Not sure exactly what happened to Arellano. There's some discussion going on the bench. A couple players warming up for Los Dos. I don't think any of them are going to be coming in just immediately. I don't think they're going to be called on. Hopefully Arellano will be able to walk that one off as we see some of the Galaxy 2 players getting some water here. Warm conditions here in Colorado Springs, but nothing too oppressive.
Mendioli conferring with the official here on the near side. Ready to throw it in. He's got Nathan Smith to his left. And it goes to number 16. Smith plays it back. Covarrubias. Quarter of the 18 over the head of Malcolm. And offside the call.
Well done by the Switchbacks defense to step up at the right time there, led by Shane Malcolm. Switchbacks defenders just took one big step. And Lassiter, Ariel Lassiter on the far side was offside. Dangerous player, Ariel Lassiter. We haven't called his name a lot. He's been a little bit isolated on that left wing. We know the kind of quality he possesses. A very strong player for that Los Angeles Galaxy organization.
Ariel Lassiter, one of the dangerous players in the game. And his team able to set it up and to switch back in. There's Phillips off the right foot. Josh Suggs now. Mendiola. Smith. Here's Covarrubias. Two defenders around him. It's Suggs and Cashier, and win for Colorado Springs. Ziggy having a good time tonight. Plenty of fans to entertain here on this Friday night in Colorado Springs. There's Master Cashier and two white jerseys around number 10.
Well played there by Sean McFarland. Referee blows the whistle. McBean coming across, just tugging on the jersey of McFarland. And he's going to switch that ball out as soon as he can, looking for Shane Malcolm. That's a great cross from Sean McFarland. Just wanted Shane Malcolm to take a step toward that one, but good play from the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC, trying to switch that play, pull that Los Angeles Galaxy 2 defense side to side.
But a well-played first half to this point. Just over 41 minutes and still no score. Well, don't forget about the Dead Man's Brew Fest. It's coming up here at Weidner Field September the 29th. For tickets and more information, go to the website deadmansbrewfest.com. Lopez sweeping it out with the left foot. The Galaxy 2 have really strutted it deep in their own end many times here tonight. Speaks to the pressure of the switch.
They were a little bit skittish on the ball early in this game. Los Angeles Galaxy 2, they just weren't afforded as much time as they're getting now, but they're starting to get on the ball a little bit more. They're more comfortable. They're putting the Switchbacks under pressure, and it's their players now, their forward players, Lassiter, Zubak, McBean, and Mendiola, who've been pressuring the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC and keeping players like that man, number 10, Masta Kasher, pinned deep in his half on his defensive duties.
Argueta trying to get it up to Shane Malcolm, and another win for Los Angeles. They'll try the far side. Prue closing in, knifing it down that far side. There's Jack McBean. Zubak to his right, and ball goes to Los Dos.
It's good covering play, but once again from Sean McFarland. Looks like he might have picked up a little bit of a knock. He's just stretching out that leg. So you see head coach Steve Tritchie there with his head looking toward his feet, and Sean McFarland is going to need some attention there. He picked up a nasty one. He was holding his leg. As soon as that happened there, you can see the concern on the Switchbacks bench, and Sean McFarland is going to need a little bit of assistance here. Just took a nasty one there. We'll see if the trainer's going to be called for, if McFarland's going to be able to stretch this one out, holding that right leg.
Well, the Switchbacks certainly know what it is to have that next man up philosophy in the back end. Pascal Abusi, start of the season, went to the bench. He's playing for the bench, and of course Jordan Burt injured. He's going to be out for several more weeks with the knee injury, but well, they've done a great job. Bevins, McFarland and company stepping in, and Luis Poiti played out to his left.
Can't be understated just how well Connor Bevins has done since he came in. We talked about those 3 games in just 7 days that the Switchbacks had before they went to Salt Lake. Connor Bevins starting every single one of those games, playing fantastically well at that right back position. It was such a position of importance for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC with Jordan Burt. Burt was under clear instructions to get forward as much as he could, just like Josh Suggs, whip those balls into the box and support their strikers. And there's been absolutely no drop off with Connor Bevins on the right-hand side, really doing his all to get forward, as we see Shane Malcolm now on the ball.
Malcolm now into the box for Prue, the turn and the takeaway. What a fine defensive play by Diallo, the captain.
It was good strength by Diallo coming across, shoulder to shoulder challenge there with Eddie Prue. Just worked Prue off the ball. We see Ronnie Argueta coming across. Sion McFarland going to come across and cover there. Try to heel that ball back to Ronnie Argueta, but Los Dos have won it back.
And Phillips sliding through with the right foot. Lopez retreats.
Well defended by Josh Phillips once again. Last-ditch defending. The Switchbacks really need to be on their toes. Ethan Zubak, Jack McBean doing their all to get in behind. Finally starting to see some support down that left wing from Ariel Laster. Mendiola, he's been a constant thorn in the Switchback side on the right wing for Los Dos tonight.
There's Covarrubias. You're approaching the end of first 45 minutes of play in the first half. Looks like we're going to have about a minute of extra time to wrap up the opening half.
This really has been a very well played 0-0 game. Chances at both ends, fantastic saves from both goalkeepers. Midfield, it's been bypassed at times. You see Eddie Prue getting on the ball there, recycling it out to Josh Suggs, but this has been a very, very high quality game here, even though it is 0-0 at Weidner Field.
Good ball to Shane Malcolm, working one-on-one, and to the 18, trying to go outside part of the right foot, and it's knocked down. Prue for the back end, Argueta bump. Big blast, and it's wide of the post near side.
So close from Eddie Prue there off the right foot. That ball just found its way back to the Bozeman, Montana native. I know you like to say that, Josh. Eddie Prue, snapshot with his right foot, whistling right past the far post of Lopez. Lopez was stationary. He wasn't even going to make a dive at that one, but that ball was desperately close there. It was Eddie Prue who won the ball initially. Ronnie Argueta held it up. Eddie Prue took the drive. Lopez, no chance. Camera dive there, whistling right past the post there. So unlucky for Eddie Prue.
Now the shot, a great look for Eddie Prue, unable to bury it, but again, more pressure put on number 75, Eric Lopez, the keeper for Los Dos. And that will do it. One half is in the books. One half to go to decide this match. Is key USL Western Conference August matchup, the Switchbacks and Galaxy 2 scoreless. As we head to the locker room, stick around. The halftime show is coming up next.
It's time to lace up the cleats and buckle up the chin straps as high school football is back in action. Catch every hit, pass, and score on the CET Friday Night Game of the Week. We've got you covered with the top teams all season long. Don't miss these great matchups every Friday night on CET.
When you visit Olympic City, USA, you don't live like a tourist. You live like an Olympian. You walk like an Olympian. You eat like an Olympian. You drink like an Olympian. You train like an Olympian. It's no wonder why Colorado Springs is Olympic City, USA.
I'm Chris Canarum, and this is my wife,
Alexa Canarum.
We train here in Olympic City, USA.
And we love it here.
My name's Veronica Day, and I'm a national team member of Team USA Skeleton, and I love training in Colorado Springs, Olympic City, USA. Go USA!
tummy too.
Just like this, okay?
Okay. And my tummy hurts.
You're doing so good. I'm so proud.
You went through all this trouble to break your arm. You might as well get something.
Here, we not only treat whatever children suffer from, we understand whatever they go through. Children's Hospital Colorado. Here, it's different.
Playing host to the Galaxy 2 of Los Angeles. Welcome in, everybody. Josh Howe alongside Roland Vargas. And Roland, what an entertaining first half. Scoreless, but this has been outstanding play on both sides.
It really has. The Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC started the game like gangbusters. They were fantastic. They were attacking the Los Angeles Galaxy 2 at every opportunity that they had. There was a couple of great saves by the LA2 goalkeeper Lopez, kept the Switchbacks out, kept this game 0-0. And then the Los Angeles Galaxy 2, they started to come into this game. They put the Switchbacks under pressure. They had their chances, and Moise Poiti was called upon in the Switchbacks net. It's been an end-to-end half and a really great half for a 0-0.
Yeah, we know Moise Poiti has been the mainstay in goal for the Switchbacks all season long. One of the tops in the USL in terms of saves this season. But Eric Lopez, the fourth different Galaxy 2 player to start this season. And there's a reason why this team has been so successful in terms of the talent they've been able to field. Record hasn't indicated that, but talent-wise, they are loaded.
They are loaded, and we've seen a little bit of that here today, maybe because of that MLS game being pushed back to Wednesday. Obviously, the Los Angeles Galaxy of MLS, they don't have any MLS commitments this weekend, so Los Angeles Galaxy 2 here, they've got a ton of talent on show. It really is showing, and it really is showing with their #1 goalkeeper. I mean, they've done a fantastic job. They put the Switchbacks under pressure. They've been all over the field. Ethan Zubak has been a real thorn in the side for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. His pace, his size has been very difficult for the Switchbacks to deal with, and the Los Angeles Galaxy 2 really have been well worth this tie at halftime.
Talk about the pressure put on that Switchback defense. You talked about Zubak, of course, Jack McBean. Zubak has got 3 assists this season, nearly had a 4th, and set up a great opportunity for McBean early on in the first half. But what kind of adjustments, if any, does Steve Tritchie and that defense make going into the second half?
I think they've got to continue that pressing game. They lost that a little bit toward the second half of the first half. They've got to continue to press and put the Los Angeles Galaxy defenders under a ton of pressure. We saw Los Angeles Galaxy, they were able to pass that ball around the defense. They were able to pass that ball into the midfield without too much pressure. The Switchbacks have to maintain that pressing game, have to push up as high as they can, get their wingbacks forward, put Los Angeles Galaxy under a ton of pressure, and force some mistakes. You've seen when the Switchbacks have forced the mistakes, won the ball back in the midfield, that's where their chances have come. They've got to get back to doing what they know best, which was attacking, and really putting the Galaxy 2 under a lot of pressure.
One big advantage for the Switchbacks statistically in the first half, set pieces, in particular those corner kicks. They've got to find a way to punch one in. Suggs, we know what he can do with that left foot, but Josh Phillips, perhaps a guy who could make a difference in the second half.
100% correct. Josh Phillips has been so close on a number of occasions, as you said, in the first half. He just needs that support. He's going to win that first ball. We know Josh Suggs is going to get up and win that. It's about what happens with that second ball. And in the first half, the Los Angeles Galaxy 2, they were able to clear those second balls. The Switchbacks, they need more players coming around, supporting Josh Phillips, getting around him in those opportunities, winning those second balls, and getting shots on goal. And eventually they'll be able to beat Lopez if they're able to do that.
Again, this is a stretch run for Colorado Springs. 8 games to go, including this one tonight. 5 of them at home. And of course, 3 points behind the #4 team of the Western Conference. They know how important these next 45 minutes are. We'll see how it plays out. 1 half down, 1 to go. Stick around. More to come from the half here at Weidner Field.
I see the future is really bright for me. The high school diploma is just added to the confidence, and now I feel unstoppable.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Every year, 40% of all food in the U.S. never gets eaten.
40%. That's almost half the food we produce.
Food waste is a serious problem. It impacts all of us.
And it's expensive. Your family is throwing $1,500 a year in the trash.
We're working hard to put food waste on the chopping block.
And you can do the same at home.
Learn how to cook it, store it, and share it.
Just don't waste it.
Go to savethefood.com.
The USL has expanded its soccer reach this week, announcing 2 new expansion franchises. Birmingham, Alabama has been announced as the first expansion franchise to join the league in 2019.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct pleasure on behalf of the USL to welcome Birmingham into the USL for the 2019 season.
Currently known as USL Birmingham, the franchise will announce their official name, crest, and venue at a later date. The team is set to build on the strong foundation of support built by local fans.
You know, Magic City Brigade, you guys have been amazing for us. We can't say thank you enough for your unwavering support. Without fans, we're not standing here. And so thank you guys. I really do appreciate that.
More information and advanced ticket sales can be found at uslbirmingham.com. Las Vegas will be the third and final club to join the league for the 2018 season.
This is our team collectively that we are going to make into the best professional soccer team that we can. And I can't be more proud to be part of all of you and to bring professional soccer to Las Vegas.
The club will call Cashman Field in downtown Las Vegas home, and the name is up to the fans. Visit VegasProSoccer.com through Monday, August 28th to cast your vote. Las Vegas will join the league in 2018, and Birmingham, Alabama will begin play in the 2019 season. For USL Network, I'm Morgan Conklin.
Here's your check. Oh, you got it. You know, since I got rid of my car, I really enjoy walking.
Okay. Gone. Nope.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates.
Oh, you're home early. You live with your mom?
That'll set your game back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
I'm a retired school psychologist, and helping people was my thing.
I was very independent and thought I could take care of myself. I fell, and I had to have Meals on Wheels.
After my stroke, when Meals on Wheels started, I was on the other end of the stick, so to speak.
Meals on Wheels, coming to my door as someone who's housebound, having someone check on me, assures me that I'm not forgotten.
Meals on Wheels has given me a mode of freedom that I wouldn't have otherwise.
We're the clients.
We are the clients.
We are the clients of Meals on Wheels.
America, let's do lunch.
1 in 6 seniors faces the threat of hunger, and millions more live in isolation. Drop off a hot meal and say a quick hello. Volunteer by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
CET is back for another great season of University of Northern Colorado athletics. Bear witness to the volleyball and football teams as they look to take a swipe out of the competition, live right here on CET all season long. Catch all these matchups live exclusively on CET, Xfinity Channel 900.
When you're in the market for a new home, consider the advantages of working with a reputable builder. Make sure quality and craftsmanship are part of the offer. Energy and efficiency are both must-haves. And find an area of town that's right for you. It's your home, so do your home work.
Home buying tips presented by Oakwood Homes. Call or visit oakwoodhomesco.com or to speak with a new home counselor.
Choose Penrose Cancer Center for the most pioneering care in Southern Colorado, offering the most advanced tools and expertise for over 70 years. Part of the comprehensive Centura Health Cancer Network. Learn more at penrosecancercenter.org.
Bring your popcorn and grab a drink for Big Movie Mouth Off, hosted by Jimmy Martin. See video on demand, reviews, and the latest films and trailers. It's all right here on CET.
time to lace up the cleats and buckle up the chin straps as high school football is back in action. Catch every hit, pass, and score on the CET Friday night game of the week. We've got you covered with the top teams all season long. Don't miss these great matchups every Friday night on CET.
At the half, dos-dos, or nil-nil, I should say, the score as the Galaxy 2 and the Switchbacks FC scoreless here in Colorado Springs. Josh Howell alongside Roland Vargas. Roland, zeros on the board, but boy, what an entertaining first half, and the numbers certainly bear that out.
Definitely nil-nil, as you said, but a great half it was. Both teams had their chances. The Los Angeles Galaxy 2 saved by their goalkeeper, and Moise Boati coming up big for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC, as we'll see here as we go to the highlights for the Los Angeles Galaxy 2.
And the opening half of play, and Los Angeles Galaxy 2, an opportunity here. Up top, it's Ethan Zubak, and Moise Boati able to make the play.
It was huge there for Josh Phillips to come across and get his heel on that ball, just take a little bit of the sting out of the shot. And this was a great move by Zubak to go around Moise Boati, play that ball across to Jack McBean, but it was Connor Bevins coming back, just putting McBean off. We saw McBean put the tricks on here, goes through. Moise Boati stays big, doesn't go down early, doesn't give McBean too much to aim at, makes the big save, and then there's Jack McBean rattling the crossbar with that free kick. Fantastic strike there by the Los Dos striker.
So plenty of opportunities for Los Angeles in that opening half, yet to punch in a goal. On the flip side for Colorado Springs, early on in the first half, it seemed like they had momentum, rhythm offensively, some chances, in particular corner kicks.
Definitely, Josh Phillips was a real nuisance from the corner kick situations, as you said, going forward for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC, as we're going to see here any minute on the highlights for the Switchbacks. They put Lopez under a ton of pressure in the Los Dos goal, and you got to think if one of those had gone in, the Switchbacks could have made it more, but Lopez stayed strong. The Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC putting him under a ton of pressure. This was Josh Suggs just threading this ball through to Mastakacher. This was the first good save there by the Los Dos goalkeeper, and he made an even better one coming up in the first half. Good play from Mastakacher with the left-footed strike.
Yeah, Eric Lopez, sensational in goal. Here's the former captain, Luke Bercanoti, and cat-like reflexes for Lopez, and Cacher, some side spin of the ball, and Lopez made some great plays. That perhaps the best play of the half, and he keeps his team right now zeros on the board. So well played in goal. Obviously, both teams had their chances offensively. Roland, what do you expect here in half number 2?
I expect the second half to start much like we saw at the end of the first half. But the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC, they've got to put Los Dos under a little bit more pressure. They've got to force the issue a little bit, especially in the midfield. They can't let Villarreal, Covarrubias get on that ball and really boss things around for Los Dos. They've got to put the Los Angeles Galaxy 2 under more pressure, get in their faces, be physical, win that ball back deep in the Los Angeles Galaxy 2 half, and really put them under pressure.
So both teams have made their way out of the locker room here, ready to go in the second half of play. For the Switchbacks, Steve Tritchie, the head coach at Colorado Springs, talked about it in the pregame, just how important this is in terms of the way teams are shaking out here in mid-August as far as the conference standings go. This is a big 45 minutes for Moise Boati and company.
I can guarantee you the head coach of the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC, Steve Tritchie, lit a fire under his team. They came out here, they huddled right at the center circle. They're ready to go. They're going to press higher up the field. You can already see Eddie Prue maybe changing his position just a little bit. Going to sit a little bit more in front of Ronnie Arqueta, try to get in the face of Villarreal, Covarrubias. They were given too much space at the end of that first half for Los Dos. So we'll see what the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC can do, and we'll see about Los Dos as well. Ethan Zubak, we called his name a lot, supported on the wings by some of those players like Mendiola and Ariel Lassiter, and of course Jack McBean. He had the best of the chances, the goal scoring chances for Los Dos in that first half. So we're ready to go here for the second half at Weidner Field.
Los Angeles Galaxy 2 going to attack from right to left here in the second half. The Switchbacks, home black, white numbers going from left to right. Ready to roll here. Ariel Lassiter And Galaxy 2 will play it down to the Switchbacks end here on the opening possession, and Plotty lunging to his left. So Colorado Springs, when you take a look at the stretch coming up for them after tonight at Sacramento Republic FC, then at home against Phoenix, on the road against Seattle, and then at home for 3 straight, Swope Park, Orange County, and Sacramento, and they wrap it up on the road in Tulsa on the 14th of October. Ronnie Argueta trying to knife it into Kevon Frater, and well played defensively on the back end by Jeffrey Paris.
A long break coming up for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC after tonight. They're going to stay in Colorado Springs, use the altitude to their advantage, maybe make some trips up to the Air Force Academy for some even higher altitude training, but a long break before they make that trip, a difficult trip out to Poppy Murphy's Park to play Sacramento Republic on Saturday, September 2nd.
Lopez across midfield. Argueta, Prue, and a win here taken away by Los Angeles. And here we go up top. Ethan Zubak chips it into the 18. And what a play by Moise Plotty. Point blank shot there, taken by the Galaxy 2.
It was Ariel Laster coming in with his left foot, took that strike. Lucky for Moise Plotty, it was right down his throat. He made a good catch, 2 hands behind that ball, able to snatch that one out of the air, but it was a great break forward from Ariel Laster, drifting in from that left wing position, using his left foot, trying to curl that one in, but a good save there from Moise Plotty.
Well, LA Galaxy 2 here on their heels defensively is Moise Plotty with the left foot. On the air, Kevon Frater. There's Cashier looking to knife it into Luke Vercolone. It'll stay switchback ball. Zeddy Prue. Flick forward, Covarrubias turning with the right foot. And Sion McFarland retreating. Oh, good turn there by Sion.
Great play by Sion McFarland. He just felt Ethan Zubak there bearing down on him. Was able to switch that play, just go right around Zubak. Good play, working out to Shane Malcolm, who's got a step on his defender.
Malcolm. And that's going to be, let me say, Los Angeles Galaxy 2 ball.
Unlucky there for Shane Malcolm. It was a nice move. Went around Ariano, just unable to get that one. Ariano played that ball back. Great crowd here at Weidner Field. We see some superheroes, young superheroes here in the stands here at Weidner Field. Great crowd here on Superhero Night at Weidner Field in Colorado Springs.
So Eric Lopez to play it out of goal for Los Dos. Argueta heads it over. Kevon Frater giving chase. Here's Masta Cashier on the back end defensively. It's Nathan Smith. Prue got help to the right side, and Connor Bevins.
Eddie Prue is pushed just a little bit further forward to start this second half, doing his best to get in and support.
Oh, and a header, and it's denied by Lopez. What a save by Eric Lopez. Vercolone nearly had the first goal of the game.
And it was a tremendous ball in from Connor Bevins, push forward from that right back position. Connor Bevins whips this ball in with his right foot, puts it on a dime right on the forehead of Luke Vercolone. Vercolone stoops, that ball is going in. Lopez flying across, strong right hand once again from the LA Galaxy 2 #1. Fantastic save there by Eric Lopez. Brilliant goalkeeping once again to keep the Switchbacks off the board.
Shane Malcolm into the box. The cross set up on the goal doorstep and somehow cleared out. It's Smith.
It was a scrappy one there. Kevon Frater and Smith. Kevon took a couple of stabs at it. You can see a wry smile on the young Jamaican's face. He wanted that ball into his feet. He got it. Great play from Shane Malcolm, able to whip that ball over to Kevon Frater. Misses on the first time shot because of the pressure of Smith. Smith gets a second bite of the cherry and is finally able to clear that one out. Well defended there by the right back for the Los Angeles Galaxy 2.
Oh, what a stand defensively, and I'll tell you what, they have been oppressive tonight. Los Dos has come in here and given the Switchbacks all they can handle and then some. throughout the record. This is a talented team. Well, fans, make sure you tune into the USL's weekly show on Sirius XM FC Channel 85, Monday night at 7 o'clock Mountain Time, 6 o'clock Pacific, for the latest news and information from around the league. Also, don't forget, Sirius XM FC airs the USL Game of the Week. Check out uslsoccer.com for dates and times.
3 p.m. Hawaiian.
We've got it covered. Sirius has it covered. There's Frater stepping up, able to keep his feet.
Big challenge there right in front of the referee. Ball's going to go Los Dos' way. It was Luke Furcoloni there coming in. Furcoloni really pushed far forward to start this second half, doing everything he can to give Kevon Frater as much support as possible.
Here's McBean, pressured from behind by Argueta. McBean plays it forward. Near side, here's Lassiter. Oh, what a move. The shot and a goal! Unbelievable. Ariel Lassiter. And the Galaxy, too, have taken the lead here in the 52nd minute of play.
Well, we've seen how dangerous Ariel Lassiter's been on that left foot. That's why he's on the left-hand side. He just uses that to his advantage, fakes out the defender, cuts in on that right foot, and just bends it right around Moise Poiti into the far side of the net. 1-0 Los Dos over the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC here at Weidner Field. Ariel Lassiter with the goal in the 52nd minute. Good play there to work that ball finally forward to Ariel Lassiter. Takes a nice touch. You can see here Lassiter brings that ball down off his chest. Cuts inside, curls that ball in. Screened a little bit was Moise Poiti. Sean McFarland coming across there trying to make the challenge. That ball nestles in the far post. 1-0 Los Dos.
Lassiter with his 3rd goal of the season. And the go-ahead here in the 52nd minute of play. A beautiful move. And not a lot Moise Poiti could do defending that shot.
Poiti was a little bit screened there. The 2 defenders, Connor Bevins, Sion McFarland coming across there, trying to snuff that one out from Ariel Lassiter. He just brought that ball inside. It was well taken down off of his chest by the young left winger. And then he just curled that one perfectly past Moise Poiti. It was a very finely taken finish from Ariel Lassiter.
Ariano, midfield here for LA Galaxy 2. Lassiter turning.
That goal has sparked all kinds of fury on the Switchbacks bench. They've got all their substitutes up, warming up, going through their paces here. I wouldn't be surprised if the Switchbacks make a substitution here pretty soon. Try to get an extra attacking player on the field. Try to give Kevon Frater as much support as possible.
Argueta, Prue, Eddie Prue, and it gets away. Good spin there by Mendiola.
Well won there by Eddie Prue.
Phillips.
You can see just what kind of pressure Los Dos are putting on Master Cacher. Every time Cacher gets on the ball, Los Dos defenders are swarming around him. They've obviously done their homework. He's the player they're keying on to stop in this game so far. Master Cacher has been forced more and more inside, trying to get on the ball. Good hold-up play there by Jack McBean.
And McBean down the near side, a little heavy on the touch, is Villarreal trying to connect with Jack McBean.
Villarreal and Covarrubias really have done a good job in the center of the midfield for Los Dos. They weren't on the ball much in the opening 15 minutes. That's why the Switchbacks had a lot of chances, but ever since then, Covarrubias and Villarreal have done a good job.
There's Bercoloni. Back to Prue. Eddie Prue to Ronnie Argueta. They'll swing it over onto the far side to Josh Suggs. Steps in outside part of the foot, straight up in the air, just outside the 18, and there to cover for Los Dos is Hugo Ariano.
Just no space at all for Master Cacher. It was Josh Suggs trying to play that ball up to his partner on the left wing there, but Master Cacher had no room to move. As we see Ariel Lassiter, tons of space here on the left wing for Los Dos.
There's Lassiter, played by Bevins. Look out.
Full of confidence, Lassiter.
Chipped into the box, and a good defensive play by Josh Phillips to clear it out. Suggs closes in, and speed. Mendiola, and a big blast, top of the net.
It's a great challenge coming across there by Josh Phillips, able to work that one back. Ball goes whistling well over the bar of Moise Poiti. but it was a good challenge by Josh Phillips.
The body language has changed drastically in this one, Roland. That goal by Lassiter in the 52nd minute, and now you can see the tempo has just gone up another notch for Los Dos.
Tons of confidence. Ariel Lassiter obviously himself playing with it, but their midfielders are running around. They've got an extra step on them, as you said. They've really got their heads up. Their shoulders are up as well. They really are playing full of confidence from that after that opening goal.
And shielding Frater. Los Dos did a good job defensively. Fans, don't forget to go to USLsoccer.com. Scores, highlights, upcoming games, it's all there. Also, follow them on Twitter. The Twitter handle @USLsoccer.
If you want a fun game, go to USLsoccer.com on a weekend when there are a ton of matches. Just look at that table, the live table. It'll be changing constantly. Teams will go from 4th position down to 7th and back up to 5th. It's absolutely crazy just how packed it is right now in the Western Conference of the USL.
There's Zubak, McBean, and Bevins. Good speed to cover defensively.
Great play from Connor Bevins there. McBean getting a little bit physical there over the back of Connor Bevins, but fantastic job from Connor Bevins. He was ushering that ball out. McBean all over him, ended up jumping on the back of the young Switchbacks right back. Good play from Connor Bevins, and good job there to keep his head there and not react to that physical play from Jack McBean.
And speaking of physical play, how about Diallo and Frater here on the other end?
That foul is going to go against Diallo there. Assistant referee raising his flag. It was Kevon Frater, tons of pace. Diallo just blocking him off. Referee's going to come across and have a word with Diallo. I don't think a card is going to be produced, but it was the assistant referee that was flagging wildly for that one there. Speaking of assistant referees, we got to give a shout out Jason Hampton. He's one of the assistant referees. Went to high school at Ranham High School with our own Gary Stebbins. He's a producer. He's a cameraman. He does absolutely everything for CET Sports on Comcast here. Gary Stebbins, he went to high school with Jason Hampton, the assistant referee.
Played soccer back at Ranham High School.
He did. You see there, great physical play from Connor Bevins. Doesn't react to that. Just gets up, gets on with it, gives a little look over his shoulder, but nothing more than that. So we see Josh Suggs going to whip this ball in with his left foot, try to put it right toward the back post. Switchbacks have a ton of players up, both center backs forward as usual.
Suggs, Van in the header, and it hits iron. Still free to put in for a goal, but wave it off.
Yeah, the referee's going to wave that one off for a foul. Initially, it was Sion McFarland, I believe, who crashed that header into the crossbar. Referee saw some pushing and shoving in the box on that one. The suicidal play there by the goalkeeper to restart that one. Luke Vercoloni's furious. The goalkeeper restarted that ball after the free kick there. Luke Vercoloni snuck in and stole that one, and the referee's going to blow it dead. Luke Vercoloni is absolutely beside himself. Really upset there. We're going to get a replay of this one shortly. The goalkeeper took that free kick, took it short, wasn't looking where it was going. Luke Vercoloni snuck in, took that ball. That was completely fair by Luke Vercoloni. As we see the replay here, that's going to be Kevon Frater. Excuse me very much, Kevon Frater, who rattles the crossbar. It was Eddie Prue who turned that one home, but the referee saw something in there, blew that ball back. Not exactly sure what the referee saw, but then the free kick was taken by the goalkeeper. Luke Vercoloni comes in, takes the free kick, perfectly within his right to do so, but the referee blows it dead a second time. Very unlucky. You can see Woldy Harris and head coach Steve Tritchie of the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC, both with their hands on their hips on the bench, not happy with that call at all, as was Luke Vercoloni.
And Shane Malcolm trying to come up with a turnover, and that's going to stay Galaxy 2 ball. But just as we talked moments ago, the momentum, the pace picking up for LA Galaxy 2. It has turned for the Switchbacks.
And Luke Vercoloni getting a yellow card for something he said to the referee. I know he didn't swear. I've been around Luke Vercoloni for 3 years, never heard him once use a swear word in those 3 years. So I know he didn't say the magic word, but he definitely was saying something to the referee about that free kick that was taken by Lopez that he snuck in there and took. Very unlucky for Luke Vercoloni.
Katja Koroleva going to record it, and here's Malcolm pressuring, and that was Prue. Was on the ground was Ariano.
Just before that yellow card, I was going to say this game is really starting to heat up. That Hanson Hot Springs yellow card going to Luke Vercoloni. A lot of Switchbacks players frustrated here with what's going on the field and what's been going on behind the whistle. So a lot of tension on the field, so I wouldn't be surprised to see some challenges flying in. This game is right on the edge of potentially boiling over here at Weidner Field.
So Connor Bevins on the throw-in near side, 60th minute of play. Switchbacks down a goal over the head of Malcolm. Positioning is Cashier. Here's Suggs from way out and way over the crossbar.
It's good play by Mostacasher. Josh Suggs going with the long-range shot, easily over the net of Lopez.
Fans Nike is a proud partner of USL Soccer. Check them out at nikesoccer.com.
Get a good look at Shane Malcolm there. Malcolm's been fantastic down the right wing for the Switchbacks FC. Might be limping just a little bit. Hopefully he's going to be able to shake that one off, but he's been doing his best to get forward on the right-hand side. Mostacasher on the left to try to support Kevon Frater. It's been left to Luke Furcoloni down the middle to get as far forward as possible. Luke Furcoloni really has been pushed into a striking role right now. It is a four-man striking front for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC.
And the long ball down, cut off there by Galaxy 2. And there's McBean. Phillips battling at midfield.
And with Furcoloni pushed so far forward, the Switchbacks are in danger of being outnumbered in the center of midfield. Eddie Prue and Ronnie Argueta have an awful lot to do to contain Covarrubias, Villarreal, and also Lassiter and Mendiola, who do like to cut inside.
And Sion McFarland, that's a great tackle.
Well, we know the speed of Sion McFarland, really stretching his legs there, going to the feet of Ethan Zubak, able to clear that one out. Great speed there by the young Jamaican, going stride for stride with Ethan Zubak clearing that ball out for a corner kick. Zubak there, tremendous speed. Sion McFarland not letting him get anywhere there, reaches out that right leg, keeps his hands down. Well cleared there, out for an accelerated corner kick that Villarreal is going to whip in with his right foot.
Jaime Villarreal going to take this one for LA Galaxy 2. Right-footed strike. On a side spin on that ball, still loose of the box. And Malcolm, quarter of the 18.
Well done by Eddie Prue initially to win that ball back. Looks like a long strike here. That's going to go well over. Easy there. Covarrubias looking for glory there, but Moise Poitiers going to restart this ball. Long kick looking for the speed of Kevon Frater.
Frater pulls it down. Covarrubias. Frater from behind, and the foul going to be whistled, and the yellow card comes out on Alejandro Covarrubias.
Unlucky there for Covarrubias, just got caught in no man's land, had to make that challenge. It was great play initially from Kevon Frater, went up, won that ball, turned quickly, ran at the defender. It was Smith coming across as well and made that initial challenge, but Kevon Frater hauled down there. Referee right on top of it. Referee did a good job to recover there. It was a long kick forward by the goalkeeper. Referee right on top of that play, as you can see her right there coming into the screen, calling that yellow card. We've got a ton of pushing and shoving going on here in the corner of the box. Referee's going to have to sort this one out. Players are being held back. Lots of pushing and shoving, words exchanged here right on the edge of the 18-yard box.
That's Sion McFarland and Bradley Diallo, the captain, LA Galaxy 2.
And there's the last person I try to pick a fight with, Josh Phillips. So let's hope discretion is the better part of valor here on both sides. Referee assistant is on the field, just waiting for this one to calm down. The referee's going to call across both captains, just make sure the captains calm this one down before anything untoward is said here.
Sion McFarland and our referee, Katja Korleba.
Referee's got a tough job on her hands here tonight. This game really has picked up in intensity in the second half, especially since that first goal went in, and the frustration on Luke Furcoloni's face after he won that ball back, that free kick cleanly. The free kick that Lopez, the goalkeeper, scuffed out of his box. Luke Furcoloni came storming in and won it here, and you can see the referee giving double yellow cards there. Hanson Hot Springs yellow card, Sion McFarland getting yellow for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC, maybe for something he said. Two Hanson Hot Springs yellow cards there dished out by the referee.
Well, you tip your cap to Katja Korleva. She and the crew have maintained control of this match. It's been a great match, and they have kept it that way.
And it's been a very good match, and it's been stretched. And like I said, this tempo in this second half, and the tempers really are starting to rise here. So referees have a real difficult job on their hands keeping a lid on that one, but she's doing a good job there producing the card.
Chipped in, and now here's Ronnie Argueta. On a spin on that ball, and Lopez falls on it quickly, running it out. And that's popped straight up in the air. Sion McFarland off the right foot.
Well won by Laster. Sorry to cut you off there, Josh. Looking for that run down the right-hand side. Mendiola picking up that ball deep in the Switchbacks half. Switchbacks just becoming a little bit disjointed. That midfield getting very stretched in the center of the park for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC with how far forward they're trying to push to get the equalizing goal at Weidner Field.
Lassiter. And on the near side, they'll play it to Arellano. Spinning's McBean, gets by Bevins. McBean Into the box, the cross, and sent right back out. Well positioned was Kevon Frater.
Sion McFarland once again there. Well defended, coming across from his center back position, bailing out the right back. Connor Bevins needed some more help on that right-hand side. A lot of speed for Los Angeles Galaxy too, getting in behind the Switchbacks defense, working that ball out for a Wells Fargo corner kick. Really difficult here on the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. They're looking a little bit gassed. They really have been pressing as high as they can, trying to get this equalizing goal. A lot of hands on hips with the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC, but this ball coming in here, Wells Fargo corner kick, going to be whipped in.
And that ball still loose. And over to play it in to save it as Zubak. Backside headed up. And Moise Poiti is right there.
Good hands from Poiti. He took a piece of Sion McFarland when he was coming out there. McFarland still down there. He is going to need some assistance. Referee once again right on top of it, blows her whistle. She's going to stop it here. Trainer's going to come straight on. Could be a head injury, not exactly sure. I think maybe Sion McFarland got a piece of Moise Poiti's shoulder when Poiti was coming out to collect that ball.
He has taken some shots tonight. Fans, don't forget, coming up, our Better Business Bureau Man of the Match. You tell us who it is. Tell us via Twitter, the Twitter handle at Switchbacks FC. Roland Vargas will talk to our Better Business Bureau Man of the Match at the conclusion of this one. And that's Sion McFarland still down to the pitch. That's our Penrose St. Francis now to the dock. Here's how it happened.
That ball got him there, the first one. I believe it was the second one when Moise Poiti came out. You can see Moise Poiti coming out there. Yep, it's the elbow. They're just making, the elbow just making some inroads into the side of the face there of Sion McFarland. Looks like he's going to be all right. And the most interesting man in the world, Jack McBean, getting ready to come on, number 77 for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. There's that attacking substitution that we've been waiting for, trying to get Kevon Frater some help up top.
So we got a Jack McBean for Los Dos, and for the Switchbacks FC, Jack Jones coming in, our Chapel Hills Mall substitution. And you talk about a guy who can give you a lift energy-wise. It is Jack Jones. And this guy is unique as any player you will find in this league.
A very awkward player, Jack Jones. You're 100% correct. I do apologize. I called Jack McBean's name so many times here tonight. Jack Jones coming on, of course, number 77 for the Switchbacks FC. He's a very awkward player. He's a lanky player. He puts defenders under all kinds of pressure. They're not sure how to defend him. He's able to bring down a lot of balls that other strikers aren't able to get to, and he's a great foil for Kevon Frater up front for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. Now Luke Vercoloni will go as far forward as he can as well. Play off Jack Jones, try to get that equalizing goal for the Switchbacks FC.
So Jones is in here in the 68th minute of play. And a switchback down to the pitch, and this is Kevon Frater.
Took a shot to the ribs there. Referee once again right on top of it. Just a little bit winded there is Kevon Frater. Jack Jones, really strong substitute to be able to bring off the bench for the Switchbacks FC. He also adds a little bit of height. That's going to be very important from plays like this. Josh Suggs going to whip this ball in, try to put it onto the head of the most interesting man in the world, Jack Jones.
So Suggs on a free kick. A lot of side spin on that ball, and gets out of the box, and over to cover is Mendiola.
Josh Phillips was being held there inside the box. He was looking toward the referee's assistant for a foul called. Connor Bevins going to use his speed, come across, cover this one all the way through back to Moise Poiti.
So Eric Lopez will drive it into the switch back in over the head of Jones, and Lopez is there again.
One thing we know Jack Jones will do is force the issue. He'll put the Los Dos defenders under all kinds of pressure every chance he gets. He won't let Lopez dwell on the ball. He'll really try to accelerate things, really try to press as high up the field as he possibly can. Kevon Frater moved into a more left position now over on that left wing. Luke Vercoloni supporting down the middle. Jack Jones and Shane Malcolm keeping his position on the right-hand side.
Here's Eddie Prue to Malcolm. And look at the pressure put on by Los Dos.
Really was unlucky for Masta Kasher. Kasher had a good shift in this game, but he really was marked out of it at every opportunity. You and I could see it up here. Even when he didn't have the ball, there were two Los Dos players swarming around Masta Kasher, making it very difficult for him to find any kind of space on this Weidner Field pitch.
Well, the Switchbacks hit the road on September the 2nd. Their next home match on September the 9th. Phoenix Rising FC in town, the 5th poster giveaway of the season right here at Weidner Field. There's Jones, big run there. And Jones continuing to press, and there is Lopez, but you can see the difference number 77 makes here late in a game.
That's what Jack Jones will do. He will press, he will pressure, and mistakes will come from that. He just needs his teammates behind him there just in case he's able to win that ball back, get some scraps, have that ball fall to players like Luke Fercoloni and Kevon Frater on that left-hand side.
Lassiter, in case you just joined us, scored the only goal of the match to this point. That coming in the 52nd minute of the game. His third of the season. That is the difference right now. 71st minute of play. Malcolm steps up. And here we go. He'll chip it up to Lassiter. McFarland back defensively. Spins it over. McBean, corner of the 18. Lassiter. Across, and well played by Moise Poiti. Wasting no time.
Good hands from Poiti. Looking, as you said, long distance, first time for that ball. Luke Fercoloni, well done there. Great positioning from Fercoloni, able to pick that one up on the left wing. Switchbacks have men over. If Ronnie Argueda's quick enough to see them, he is. Playing in Eddie Prue.
For Malcolm. Across, headed, big bounce, and it's wide of the post, near side.
Unlucky for Kevon Frater there. He found himself in acres of space. That was a fantastic cross, whipped in off the right foot of Shane Malcolm, fell right to the head of Kevon Frater. You could see what he was trying to do. He was trying to play that ball into the ground, make it difficult on Lopez to make that save, but he just got too much of it there, played it wide of the net.
And you can see Luke Fercoloni as a substitution about to take place here for Colorado Springs, their second of half number 2. But don't forget, we saw that header attempt there by Frater, meeting number 1, 2 for 2 goals. And that was the difference.
You said it. No, Kevon Frater was an absolute handful in Carson, California when these two teams met earlier in the season. That late header gave the Switchbacks priceless road victory. And look at that for a lead, flicking that ball onto Jack Jones. Jack Jones putting the defender there under all kinds of pressure. He's able to clear that one out. I believe that was Pieris whipping that ball out, as we are going to see the substitution now on the far side of the field. I believe it's Aaron King going to come in for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. It is. Aaron King's going to come in. One more attacking roll of the dice by head coach Steve Tritchu in the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC.
So Aaron King is in.
Eddie Prue will be coming out. So Aaron King should go into that right-hand side, push Shane Malcolm a little bit more central. Possibly we'll see exactly where Aaron King goes. Aaron King celebrating the birth of his second child, a young baby daughter named Kai. Chapel Hill's Mall substitution as we see the long throw in coming in. Looking for Luke Fercoloni, trying to flick that ball on, but Aaron King obviously celebrating the birth of his young daughter. Fantastic to have Aaron King back in the game. He met the Switchbacks in Salt Lake, was able to come off the bench in that game, missed the win in Orange County to attend the birth of his daughter Kai. But Aaron King is back now, offers the Switchbacks a lot of height and a ton of experience in that forward area.
Mendiola. Los Dos ball on the far side is over to play it. Nathan Smith.
See the Galaxy just trying to take the sting out of this. The Switchbacks have their tails up now. They're really attacking. Los Dos are going to do everything they can to get their foot on the ball, just run down this clock a little bit, take a little bit of this pressure off their back line. Surprised that we haven't seen some substitutions from the Los Angeles Galaxy 2 yet. Some of the legs are getting a little bit heavy here in the altitude, but Mike Munoz may be changing that soon. See some substitutes warming up on the far side of the field for Los Dos.
That being said, they have still looked sharp here in the second half, especially ticking towards the later stages of the second half.
They have, and they've done a good job of recycling the ball. Their midfield players have done fantastically well coming across and helping out their back line. Referee calling a foul there. Connor Bevins pushed over by Jack McBean. Jack McBean's got to be careful. He was yellow carded early in the game. He's been whistled for a couple of fouls here in the second half, so he's treading a tight line there, Jack McBean. He's just got to be careful he doesn't pick up too many of these ticky-tack fouls, or he will find himself with a second yellow card. He just pushes over Connor Bevins right here. Doesn't want any part of Connor Bevins, just pushes him right to the ground. Referee right on top of it, sees it, blows the whistle. And Jack McBean there kicking the ball away. You were just going to call it, Jack. Sorry, Josh, you were just going to call it. Jack McBean's got to be very careful there. Referee just having some words there, letting Jack McBean know he's on his last warning.
So Josh Phillips, 75th minute, going to send it down, and here we go. Right by Jack Jones. And Bevins near side. McBean, Bevins, Switchbacks FC ball. Connor Bevins, here we go. Ronnie Argueta. Good ball up and well positioned defensively is Nathan Smith.
It was a great run from Kevon Frater to get in behind. The right back Smith did a good job of covering, clearing that ball out for a Budweiser corner kick on the far side of the field that Josh Suggs going to whip in with his left foot. It's good play from Connor Bevins there, the Budweiser corner kick right in front of Rio Fuji, who's warming up there for the Los Angeles Galaxy 2. Josh Suggs asking for some space, going to whip this Budweiser corner kick in with left foot. Referee once again just going to have a talk with a couple players here because of some pushing and shoving going on in the box. Luke Furcoloni positioning himself right in front of Lopez.
Can they cash in here and tie it up at 1? Here's Suggs on the Budweiser corner kick. High ball headed up by McFarland and out.
Great leap by Sion McFarland coming forward from that center back position. If anything, that ball was just a little bit behind him there. He was struggling to crane his neck around and get that one on goal. Unlucky there from Sion McFarland, but a great ball in from Josh Suggs. He had that ball just a little bit behind him. He does a great job to get that one even close to the net. Good play there by Sion McFarland. Unlucky for the Switchbacks.
Tell you what a look from our camera crew. Always night in, night out. Best in the business. Again, doing an outstanding job here on this Friday night in Colorado Springs.
100%.
Fans, don't forget to vote for the Better Business Bureau Man of the Match. It's coming up, and you can vote for that on Twitter. The Twitter handle at Switchbacks FC. Mendiola. Galaxy 2 at midfield. They'll play it up, and he's onside. Here we go.
Well done by Jack McBean to hold that run and keep himself onside. Just running out of support a little bit there on the left side. It was a good break forward there by the Galaxy 2. Nice run.
And they're content to possess and eat the clock up. Take it away. What a takeaway. Look out. Kevon Frater. Frater into the box. Kevon, the cross, and a goal!
Aaron King, fantastic strike, but what about the play on the far side of the field by Kevon Frater? He ran all the way from the halfway line. Kevon Frater, brilliantly done. He beat 2 defenders, played that ball back, and what about the dummy by Jack Jones? Jack Jones let that ball run. He heard the call from behind him from Aaron King, the newest dad on the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. Jack Jones lets that ball go. Aaron King, cool as a cucumber, just passes that ball into the net. Eric Lopez, no chance. Aaron King, 1-1 Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC.
Aaron King with his 4th goal of the season. Kevon Frater, his 6th assist, and a thing of beauty.
And what about that from Jack Jones to let that ball go to Aaron King? Aaron King was screaming for it. Jack Jones let that one go perfectly into the path of Aaron King for the 365 Grand Club goal for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. 1-1 here at Weidner Field, 78th minute, game on.
And what a substitution by Steve Tritchew in the 73rd minute. King comes in, and minutes later, Steve Tritchew's team is tied up at 1 apiece.
Brilliant play by Kevon Frater. We thought maybe be getting a little bit tired, a little bit leggy at this stage of the game, but not at all. Won that ball back on the halfway line with a great challenge, perfectly timed challenge. Went streaking down the left, beat a defender, played that ball across. Jack Jones made that run to the near post as he's supposed to do. He let that ball go. He easily could have taken a shot, might have been blocked. Jack Jones was well defended, and that ball just went perfectly into the path of Aaron King, who slotted it home. Fantastic team goal by the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC, and they're right back in it, looking for 3 points here at Weidner Field.
He has had Los Dos' number this season. We talked about the 2 goals on the road on June the 10th, and here a huge assist to tie it up late in this game, and here they go again. LA Galaxy 2 at midfield. Lassiter had the go-ahead in the 52nd minute. Ariel pressured there by Malcolm and company. Well, he is a smooth player to watch.
Ariel Lassiter, definitely quality here. You can see him just circling with that ball, not under a ton of pressure. Sion McFarland with the good clearance. But what about the substitutions by the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC? Jack Jones, the most interesting man in the world. Aaron King combining brilliantly for that goal with Kevon Frater.
Don't forget the Dead Man's Brew Fest Festival is coming up here September the 29th right here at Weidner Field in Colorado Springs. For tickets, go to deadmansbrewfest.com. SwitchBacksFC.com. 1-1 our score. In case you just joined us, Kevon Frater set up Aaron King to tie it up moments ago. All leave it at 1. Josh Phillips looking for Jack Jones, headed out of there by Los Dos. And push back to Moise Poiti. You can see how far up keeper is playing.
Switchbacks really looking for that winning goal here. Weidner Field, they're leaving themselves a little bit open in midfield, but it's a great job by Aaron King to come back, circle back, help out Luke Vercoloni and Ronnie Argueta, Ronnie Argueta's been overloaded a little bit in the center of midfield just by the numbers of the Los Angeles Galaxy too, but Vercoloni and Aaron King doing a great job of supporting their captain who's on the ball now.
Here's Argueta, Jack Jones. Here's Suggs. To his left is Kevon Frater. He'll hold and wait. Now chip it up. Good run. Suggs, but it's cut off. Well, what a difference an equalizing goal makes in just the feel of this game. Still a lot of time left to be played, but the Switchbacks now forget about 1 point. Still in great position for 3 here if they can find a way to come up with a big goal down the stretch.
They've got to keep on their defensive responsibilities. The LA Galaxy too, they'll be wanting 3 points as well. And they've got a ton of talent. We've talked about Ariel Laster. He's still got tons of confidence. Here he is on the ball. He's been picking passes. He's been dropping deep, finding those routes into Jack McBean, who's on the ball now. So the LA Galaxy too, still a very dangerous offensive team.
Lassiter looking for McBean. Lassiter again, the blast, and it's over the crossbar. He is so crafty.
Ariel Laster combining brilliantly there with Jack McBean. Jack McBean showed good strength to hold that ball up. Ariel Laster holding his hamstring a little bit, but he found himself in tons of space. Just got the snapshot off. It was good strength by Jack McBean. That ball finds its way to Laster, whips that ball with his left foot toward the goal of Moise Poiti. No need for the hand to come up there for Moise Poiti. That ball over the net. Good play from Ariel Laster. He's a really strong player, and since he got that goal, he's full of confidence, and he really is playing well here at Weidner Field.
Now this league loaded with talent.
And these players from the Los Angeles Galaxy 2 rosters, we're going to see another substitution by the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. We know about the depth. You talked about the numbers that the LA Galaxy 2 have used this season. They have so much quality. Shane Malcolm going to make his way off the field here. A tremendous shift from Shane Malcolm. He's gotten forward at every chance on the right-hand side.
Damon Marcoux checks in, the youngster, new to the roster this year for the Switchbacks, and our fan of the game is Marcoux makes his way on. Malcolm out here in the 83rd minute of play. Ball in, Frater through the end line.
Well defended there by the LA Galaxy 2.
4,437, a record-setting crowd tonight. There is our Jack Quinn's fan of the game on Superhero Night. Why not? Spider-Man taking the mask off. Enjoying a little ice cream here on a nice, warm, mid-August night here in Colorado Springs.
What a great crowd here at Weidner Field. 4,400 plus, I believe, is what you just said. Announced attendance here. Weidner Field, great support. Tons of costumes out here tonight for Superhero Night and fireworks after this game. We're going to see if the Switchbacks can call some fireworks in the last 7 minutes and change on the field.
Bevins pressured by Lassiter. Oh, what a matchup. Bevins able to chip it out of there. There's Jones from behind, spinning, winning that ball. And playing it up is Villarreal.
He's well pressured by David Marcoux, the new substitute coming off of the Switchbacks FC.
Smith now. Chipped in. And look out, Lassiter all alone on this left side. King closes in. Lassiter to the cross. Nobody there. He was trying to get it, looked like to McBean, but just rocketed by number 32.
Jack McBean trying to be cute there, trying to flick that ball in with his heel. Great play, as you said, from Lassiter. He found himself in all kinds of space. Whipped that ball right across the face of goal. Nothing that Moise Poiti could do. And you can see Jack Bean here just trying to caress this ball in with his heel. Just got a little bit cute there. Maybe should have gone with the inside of his foot. Didn't make clean contact. If he had, it could have been the winner for the Los Angeles Galaxy 2. A good combination play once again. Started on that left-hand side by Ariel Laster, looking for the dangerous striker, Jack McBean.
Suggs pressures from behind, and he draws a foul.
Going to see a yellow card here produced by the referee. I believe. Yep, Josh Suggs is going to go into the book. That's unlucky on Josh Suggs. He's had a good game on that left-hand side as usual.
So Sion McFarland has picked up a yellow card, as has Luke Vercaloni, and now Josh Suggs.
Hanson Hot Springs yellow card for Josh Suggs. Just going through the back of the opponent there. It's the referee's assistant that was waving for it as well. Referee came across as we see the LA Galaxy 2 going to make a substitution on the far side of the field. Ethan Zubak going to come off. Ethan Zubak's had a fantastic shift. Going to be replaced by Adrian Vera. Vera is a player that you and I talked about to each other in the pregame. A dangerous winger, got a lot of speed, a lot of tricks up his sleeve. He's a very dangerous player going forward here. So for the LA Galaxy 2 to be able to bring on Adrian Vera, that's a dangerous sign there. We know what kind of pressure he can put the Switchbacks under. He's going to go straight in to the left wing, left-hand side. Try to put Connor Bevins under a little bit of pressure.
Jones. Suggs to his left. Here's Josh. Hesitates, pops it with the left foot. Now headed out of there by Los Dos. Vercaloni able to run it down. Here's Connor Bevins. Holds. Good pass and a header over the crossbar. Suggs was cutting towards the goal.
What a fantastic run it was from Josh Suggs, the left back there, getting far forward, finding himself on top of the penalty spot. Beautifully floated in from Connor Bevins with his right foot, looking for the head of Josh Suggs. Just a little bit too high. Suggs unable to keep his header down. Craning of his neck. Unlucky there, Josh Suggs.
Our moment of the match. Late second half, Kavan Frater. What an assist. And Jack Jones lets it go through. And a finish by Aaron King. Just checked in off the bench. King gets his 4th goal of the season, the equalizer. And our Penrose St. Francis critical moment of the game to this point. Still time to go. 87th minute of play. McBean. Look out. Jack McBean in an own goal.
That's so unlucky on Sion McFarland. I can't even begin to tell you. Jack McBean pulled that ball down well. Can't fault Sion McFarland there. He had to go for that ball, had to stretch out for that one. It's so dangerous when defenders are facing their own net. There's nothing they can do when they're facing their own net. Like I said, he had to stick out that leg. Ball goes careening into him, past a helpless Moise Pilati. 2-1, Los Angeles Galaxy 2 off the assist coming across from Jack McBean. So unlucky there on the Switchbacks, and so unlucky on Sion McFarland, who's had a fantastic game. That ball was switched across. Well done by McBean to bring that ball down off of his chest. Sion McFarland facing his own net, has to reach out for that one. Ball goes careening in and past Moise Pilati. Nothing that Pilati could do there. 2-1, Los Angeles Galaxy 2.
A tough break for the Switchbacks. It's still, they're not out of it yet, but an uphill climb here. Final minutes of regulation. We'll see how much extra time they put on the clock at the end of this one, but certainly the urgency has increased in a big way. As a look there at Adrian Vera, number 49, checking in, and boy, you talk about depth and talent off the bench. Vera, 5 goals coming in.
Such a dangerous player. Adrian Vera being able to bring that on, that just shows the depth and quality of this entire Los Angeles Galaxy organization.
Suggs, and that's headed out of there. He'll replay it.
Recently valued this week, headline on ESPN is the most valued soccer organization in the United States, the LA Galaxy. And that trickles down here to the USL level. Great save there. Good leap by Eric Lopez, but that trickles down here to the LA Galaxy too. They really do bleed young talent. And when you look at that roster, so many players from the state of California, Southern California in particular, an absolute hotbed of soccer in the United States. And the Los Angeles Galaxy organization does a great job of bringing those players in, bringing them through their system with the LA Galaxy 2 and getting the minutes here at the USL level. But the Switchbacks are not out of this one yet here at Weidner Field. Desperately looking for the equalizer. They've gotten one already. They're looking to get themselves back on the board here as we tick in towards what should be about 5 minutes of extra time here at Weidner Field.
Suggs heads it up, flicked back, Jones just by him. And that's going to be a Budweiser corner kick here for the Switchbacks.
And they'll push everybody forward here. No point holding anything back now for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. As you said, a Budweiser corner kick on the far side of the field. Josh Suggs has been so dangerous taking those here tonight. He's going to whip that ball forward. Sion McFarland looking for immediate amends. Josh Phillips once again forward. And every player for the Los Angeles Galaxy 2 inside their box.
Low ball. King comes out. And here's Argueta. He's not going to get there. Take it away. This is Mendiola. Look out, Lassiter in the open field area. Lassiter looking for a second goal of the game. Lassiter wide of the post, near side.
He had tons of time there, did Ariel Lassiter. Really made the break forward. Moise Poit, he did a good job of staying big. Didn't go down, didn't give the dangerous winger anything too much to look at. Ariel Lassiter just pulled that shot wide of Moise Poit's net. You can see Sean McFarland there racing back. It's a good job there by Moise Poit. Did he stay big, stay strong, and force that shot wide? Ariel Lassiter unlucky there. Could have easily made it 3-1. It was a good break by the Los Angeles Galaxy too.
There you see about 5 minutes of extra time put on the clock here, so a long way to go. The Switchbacks a chance to even it up. Kevon Frater to the run. And now Bevins will play it in. Off the hop, Vercoloni back to Connor Bevins. Blast it into the box and doesn't get to Aaron King. Off the hop, McBean. There's Suggs and a whistle, and that's a foul on Los Dos.
It's Adrian Vera there being called by the foul referee. Once again, right on top of it, a bit of a high foot there on Vera. Josh Suggs, who was fouled, he's going to be okay. He's going to come across. He's going to take this one with his left foot. Switchbacks once again pushing everybody forward to this back post now, this time desperately looking for this equalizer here at Weidner Field. Not to say their playoff chances hang on this one, but it would really be a blow if they weren't able to get back on the board and level this game at 2-2 here at Weidner Field. Switchbacks pushing everything forward.
Josh Suggs on a free kick, floats it up. The header by Frater, and it's over the crossbar.
He's been so dangerous all night, Kevon Frater. You can see him there absolutely exhausted on the floor. His aerial ability, we talked about it, you talked about it. He got those 2 goals in Carson, California against the Galaxy 2 referee, just making sure that this ball is taken as quickly as possible. None of the fans leaving here. Obviously, we've got a post-game fireworks show here at Weidner Field with the fans desperately cheering on their Switchbacks, trying to get an equalizer. Kevon Frater, he's been everywhere, especially with his head tonight. That was a great leap once again, but that ball in just a little bit too high for him. He wasn't able to keep it on net.
So Eric Lopez going to take his time and drive it out with the left foot over the midfield stripe. Headed back by McFarland. There's Vercoloni lunging it forward. Jones in the area. There's Marcoux. Jack Jones flicks it back. King. Oh, and it's cut off.
Such a nice idea by Jack Jones trying to play in Aaron King.
Good ball, but again, well played defensively. That's Adrian Vera, who just checked in here late in the second half. About 2.5 minutes into this, what should be about 5 minutes of extra time.
Minimum of 5 minutes, referee's discretion.
Big blast! Oh, and it's just off the mark. Unbelievable, what a shot!
Sean McFarland clipping the post there with a drive from all of 25 yards plus. A stunning volley there by McFarland looking for that far post. Eric Lopez, absolutely no chance. This ball hops up, stays up. Luke Vercoloni gets out of the way. McFarland cracks that one, and it just kisses the outside of the post past a helpless Eric Lopez. Brilliant strike there from Sean McFarland. So unlucky not to see that ball nestle in the back of the net.
And the clock right now, the friend of the LA Galaxy, to another substitution. On comes Tyler Turner, and he will replace Raul Mendiola.
Just some fresh legs, trying to waste a little bit of time here. Chapel Hills Mall substitution for the LA Galaxy 2.
And too much for Bevins. Time a concern right now for the Switchbacks FC. Nearly 4 minutes of extra time has gone by. And a battle there at midfield. Okay, the Switchbacks are going to possess. What can they do?
They've got time to pump this ball in one more time. Sean McFarland just going to look long, just going to try to launch this ball in.
Here we go with Bevins. McBean giving chase. Carr to the cross, backside. And Marcoux there with the right foot. Plays it down. Vercoloni pursues from behind. And Los Dos comes out of there with the ball.
All Los Dos have to do right now is keep the ball. It was a great leap at the far post by Josh Phillips on that ball in by Connor Bevins. Luke Vercoloni, great physical work to win that ball back for the Switchbacks FC.
Headed up, there's Vercoloni, plays it down with the right foot, spinning. Marcoux to his left, drops it back to Argueta. Perhaps the final push here for Colorado Springs. Can they tie it up? Suggs sends it into the box. Frater flicks it up and through the end line. And perhaps that will be the last great opportunity for the Switchbacks FC.
Unlucky once again from Kevon Frater. He was just trying to wrap his body around that one, push that one toward Eric Lopez's net, just got too much of it on it and it sailed wide. Goal kick for Eric Lopez as we tick into additional time at the end of stoppage time here. Obviously referee's discretion on exactly how much time we'll have. Referee urging Eric Lopez to hurry up and take this goal kick.
In no hurry whatsoever, Lopez. Low ball, and that will do it. A stunning result here at Weidner Field in Colorado Springs. His head coach, Mike Munoz, the handshake there with Steve Tritchue. His team comes in, gets an impressive victory. 2-1 the final in this one. A pair of second half goals. One by that man, Ariel Lassiter. The other one, Aaron King for the Switchbacks. But it's a win for the Galaxy 2. Stick around. The post-game show is coming up next.
Are you up for 14,000 feet? How about 2,800 steps? Or maybe a day at a mountain zoo and ancient cliff dwellings? In Colorado Springs, Olympic-sized adventure is around every corner. Let us help you find your inner champion. Are you up for it?
It's a hot August here on CET. See the racers heat up the course in the Springs, Breckenridge, and downtown Denver during the Colorado Classic Bike Race. Get out and find your new adventure with Out West every Thursday. Summer is winding down, which means that a new season of XSR is ready to gear up. Catch the premiere August 27th. That's all right here on CET.
Here at Weidner Field is what has gone final, and LA Galaxy 2 knocking off the Switchbacks FC by a score of 2-1.
Yes.
Boy, a tale of two halves. We played 45 minutes, the first 45 minutes of play in the opening half, no score. But Ariel Lassiter comes back for the Galaxy 2 in the second half. He gets a goal in the 52nd minute. That put the Galaxy 2 up 1-0. And then Kevon Frater, Aaron King come back. Some 25 minutes later, Frater, the assist to Aaron King, were tied at 1. But closing minutes of regulation, Sion McFarland trying to deflect a crossing pass, and it's an own goal. And that is the difference in this match, and the difference in the Switchbacks not able to move up the conference standings. So they stay at 33 points. For the Galaxy 2, well, they're now at 22 points on the season. So a bitter loss tonight for the Switchbacks FC. The good news is still 7 more matches to go. Right now, our Better Business Bureau man of the match standing by with Roland Vargas. Roland.
Match and a proud new father, Aaron King. Aaron, your thoughts on that loss?
Man, I just feel like we ran out of time, man. We started off playing very well, man. First 15, all over them. You know, it's football, but man, I was hoping we got one early, but I didn't feel like we deserved to lose that one tonight. My heart's still racing, man. I wish we had like 5 more minutes, but I feel like we just ran out of time tonight, man.
Take me through your goal. It was a great move by Kevon Frater to play that ball across to you.
Something that Kevon's really improved on this season is just his his pressing, right? I feel like second half he came out with a different energy. He won the ball on the side there and made a brilliant run like he's been doing for the later half of the season. And Jack with the incredible dummy, and I just had to do the rest and keep it on target. Felt good.
You've now got a long break before you head to Sacramento. How do you guys look for that one?
You know, you never want to go into a break on a loss, but this one here, I think everyone's still fired up. I think these next couple weeks of training are going to be intense. And who's next? Phoenix? Yeah.
Sacramento.
Or Sacramento, I'm sorry. I think we're going to come out and really bring it to them, man.
Thank you. Get some rest and go home and have some good time with your family.
Looking forward to that, man.
Back to the booth.
Thanks, Roland. Thanks, Aaron. The lights going out here at Weidner Field as the fans await Friday night fireworks, but certainly a bittersweet night for Aaron King. He gets his 4th goal of the season, but at the same time, just a tough loss for Colorado Springs. It appeared that goal coming in around the 77th minute of play appeared to have given the Switchbacks at least a point if they could hold on and get the draw, but it was not meant to be tonight. An own goal coming in the 88th minute, and that was the difference. McBean on the crossing pass, Sion McFarland trying to deflect it out. It goes into the Switchbacks net, and 2-1 the final score. So LA Galaxy 2 win for the 6th time this season. They go to 6-12-4, 22 points on the season. The Switchbacks drop to 9-10-6, still at 33 points. Still a lot of soccer left to be played. 7 games to go for the Switchbacks FC. They're on the road. They've got some time off in terms of gameplay. And then September the 2nd at Sacramento Republic FC, back home against Phoenix on the 9th. We'll have that one for you on CET at Seattle. Then at home for 3 straight. Swope Park, Orange County, and Sacramento Republic, rounding it out at Tulsa. Let's go to the highlights. A look there at Josh Suggs signing for the fans at the conclusion of this one. Second half, Roland Vargas, Shane Malcolm.
Connor Bevins with the ball in there, brilliant. Luke Vercoloni, one of the best chances of the game, diving header. Luke Vercoloni was absolutely fantastic once again, and here is the goal by Ariel Laster. Does a great job cutting inside on that right foot. Just curls it past Moise Plati. Nothing he could do. Screened a little bit there. It was great play from Ariel Laster to put Los Angeles Galaxy 2 on the board. As we see here, Suggs whipping that ball in. That ball crashes off the roof of the net. Eddie Prue makes a good challenge. I don't think his foot was too high. Maybe that's what the referee was calling there. The referee called it off. It was Eddie Prue, Bozeman, Montana native, who fired that one in. So unlucky, but what about this from Kevon Frater? A brilliant run. Jack Jones with the dummy. Aaron King just gave props to Jack Jones, and of course, that run from Kevon Frater. Aaron King slots that ball home 1-1. Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC really looked like they were on the ascendancy there.
Absolutely. You felt at that point they're going to at least get 1 goal, but not meant to be.
This is so unlucky here on Sion McFarland. Aaron King was talking to him after the match, telling him to keep his head up, telling him just how great he's been recently. Sion McFarland, he certainly has. So unlucky there for Sion McFarland. When your defenders are facing their own net, there really isn't anything they can do. He just reaches out a leg. He's trying to prevent that cross from coming in. Obviously, he hits it past Moise Plati, helpless in net there. The Los Angeles Galaxy 2 come away with the 2-1 win. So unlucky for Sion McFarland and the entire Switchbacks FC.
So the question now, going forward, how does it look for the Switchbacks? They have some time off. Obviously, a bitter defeat. Does that help this team try to refocus before they go on the road?
It's tough to say. You know, this is going to be a long break for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC to lose a game like this at home. It's going to be difficult to regroup, but we know that if there's anybody who can, it's going to be head coach Steve Tritchu, assistant coach Woldy Harris. They're going to get to these guys. They're going to get them practicing. They're going to get them up in this altitude. They're going to get them playing, going to get this game out of their mind and get them on the road to Sacramento, to a very tough place to play in Papa Murphy's Park, and look for 3 points on the road.
Let's take a look at the numbers from tonight's game. And boy, corners, big advantage there. Shots pretty close, but that own goal, a big difference. And really, this was a well-played game by both sides. And I'll tell you what, LA Galaxy 2 may not get into the postseason this year, but they look like a playoff team in terms of talent. They can compete with anybody.
Definitely. They had a really good performance tonight. You know, you got to really throw the standings out the window when these MLS 2 teams come here and they bring this kind of talent, this kind of depth that the LA Galaxy 2 have. They had some players on show here that have next level written all over them. And Los Dos really played well. They really put the Switchbacks under a lot of pressure, and they got the win here at Weidner Field. They're very unlucky for the Switchbacks and Sion McFarland. They did a great job. So unlucky to lose to an own goal.
Well, tough loss for the Switchbacks, but the good news is they have 4 more at home, so plenty of chances, fans, to get out here to Weidner Field, to catch them down the stretch. Still a lot of great soccer coming up here in Colorado Springs. Well, partner, it has been a good one tonight. Tough loss, but a well-played game. The Switchbacks will try to get back at it again. The next home match, September the 9th, we'll have it for you right here on CET. For Ziggy, my partner, Roland Vargas, and our entire crew, this is Josh Howe saying so long from Weidner Field. We will see you later in September. Good night, everybody.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League may not be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent from the United Soccer League.